Here and C9 is known to be dare I defense, say, but can please Sabrina, give us a pistol.
You gotta find ways to shut down Zekin so far.
Oh
yeah, if not, it's going to be a pretty easy first map for Sentinels to start this series.
Like the team deathmatch score.
It's a B-rush.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You see the position from C9 at the, from Sentinels at the very beginning here. It's just gonna be to scale up to try to find some information. Bang is all the way back at the top middle, so he's trying to listen for some information.
Oh my god.
A lot of damage onto Mitch, and that's not going to refresh.
This is tough though. Nary cannot overextend so far because he has a spike, but thankfully a defensive smoke will allow here his teammates to meet up with him.
B-pop.
Buying more time, making a little noise. They want C9 to dislodge themselves from those initial positions here.
He's playing logs.
Right now, the deadlock wall is going to prevent any of that, though.
Yeah, you're definitely seeing it from.
They break it while you drone.
They're just holding back and forth in the very beginning. They're expecting this type of aggression coming out from Cloud9 on the defense.
Can you reach it from there without being seen?
Look at the minimap. They're actually pushed out here towards the A side. But now they're read on the wall.
They didn't clear it.
Protocol wall takedown.
Traded.
It's gonna be logs.
Nice.
And they do hit narrow rate quick. Second and John Cutie coming fast with the kills on attack. It is a swarm from
Mitch
Sentinels.
has 5 HP.
Second Sheriff is still going to be lurking around here. Looks like he will stay close to stairs. Try to make sure he is one of the crossfires on the outside of this boathouse so they don't get utiled. And it's going to be the 2-1 split here from C9.
They need Oxy and Mitch to get value out of this recon flash. They could maybe get some wall bangs with these ghosts.
Oh, the flash into a recon so they can't dodge will be perfect here if they can just get it over the wall in time. Vic's trying to draw the attention. 1 and 2 come out from the left side.
avoided by.
It's the fight
but they lost the round. Good job.
Has their eyes on the prize, and they instantly wipe down the 3 members of C9.
Yeah, Sentinels already knew the win con coming out from Cloud9. Trying to get some pings off that recon. Bang throws the smoke, hides into it. And then the rest are playing towards
he
the
reverse pied though.
You even see the position. I think that was Zekin in front of the default boxes, so they can't get pinged if the recon goes towards the back of the wall. So again, I just think that they have really good understanding of how to play against Cloud9 so far. Even though Cloud9 have only played this map once this split, they've always second banded against other teams, thinking right now
20 and 6, huh?
The domination that they had versus Levington will be enough to play against Sentinels. As they're trying to walk out for contact, the Stinger by as backs against the wall in the first map, they have to try to make a play.
What else would C9 do?
What?
Push on a round where they might be
What is that? With a Stinger?
Point very soon. So Sentinels, knowing they buy, backing up, still lose second. That's how hungry C9 is to get these Stingers to go to work.
Is that can dead GG? Don't say that. It could be true.
They can start to focus a little bit more of the map here.
I like the re-hit on B after he died. I like this call.
Quite low, while the rest on the side of Sentinels, you still have 2 rifles in the hands of Zelsis and Narrate. It's 2 body shots and the players are down.
Cancel.
Delay on delay. 54
They got
seconds
stopped.
left. Oh. With the spike moving, this becomes interesting. Unless they hit a little bit cat and go back to market here. I feel like they might stretch themselves a little thin, but it looks like they'll just leave that one lurk on mid.
Double lurks.
Zeppa just threw a flash onto B main, and it did get the contact onto Zelsis, which is why we're not fully rotating yet.
Yeah.
Fake.
All the way towards the A side where they were trying to work before, but
30
everybody's
seconds
taking control of the map around Sentinels.
Easily back towards mid. That's going to be timing on the wall to drop it.
Oh, he has no idea.
It's a clone.
He has
Bang
no
was
idea.
already there. And now Mitch, like you said, already low in sight. Zeppa just behind. How much damage can they do?
What a
Is it enough to
flash.
shut down the rest of the members of Sentinels. 12
Wow,
seconds left.
wow.
Zelsis gets a pivotal kill inside sight so they can get the spike down. And this leaves the 2 Stingers full HP on the half armor
Bang.
to come in. Bang already takes one out.
Oh
That's gonna
my
be Zelsis
god,
right in.
dude.
Sentinels gaining control of the
Jeez.
situation very quick here to get another round.
Yeah, in a round where it's not Zekin that needs to pop off, and when he's already
It's
sitting in the
insane,
silence,
brother.
the rest of them
It's
are actually
insane,
activating here
brother.
for Sentinels on the attack. Very nicely done on how they controlled around the map, and yeah, another small fumble, unfortunately, coming out from Cloud9. The wall's been activated. There has to be a call that potentially there's going to be some sort of pressure out of Sentinels on the other side towards that spawn. And Noxy gets caught rotating across with a knife out.
Let's go.
Easy
Damn.
kill coming out from Bang. And
Stark.
yeah, they're getting worked.
They are getting worked.
They
A stark
are
difference
indeed.
already in our duelist that we tried
Who
to match
paid
up
out?
today in Oxy
Oh
and
my
Zekin.
God.
Oxy at the
11-3?
bottom of the board there for
Early,
C9,
no?
So Sentinels is not letting him get online, and it has been a problem for C9 here as Zekin
was
is just
definitely
running
dexterity.
away with this game.
It was dexterity or Jogamo if he's here.
And C9 have to be worried too. The nature of the composition around Sentinels, if they're going to try to play it very passively in the very beginning, or if you're trying to play a la G2 sometimes, when you're pulling out these salvos at the very beginning at the entrances of A main and B main, it renders it very difficult for C9 to play as aggressive as they want to.
Oh my god, that's weird.
So C9 definitely has a lot to think about here to try to come back in his first map on their map pick. Double swing denied at the very beginning, and C9 are in a position where they're pretty much going to force every single round.
It's from a 1-3-1 hold. Usually that's just
Nah,
info,
bro.
but to get a
You cannot make this
like,
up.
Sentinels
You
is
cannot
in the
make this up,
position,
bro.
everything going
You
their way
cannot
right
make
now,
this up.
and they can do no wrong, rather. That's going to be a hit back
Bro.
this round coming in as they get it to game point here. 12-3 on Cloud9's map of Ascent.
And the game plan's simple here for Sentinels. Just stay back towards the spawn, let them walk
What
towards you.
the fuck?
Zelsis gets a beautiful double kill in the very beginning right here.
Yeah.
But that's what you kind of have, as I mentioned before, C9 has to do this type of play where they have to try to find information. They have to try to go for a buddy system and maybe punish the extremities. Because if not, if they're staying turtled within the site, you might get hit by a KO knife. All that
Holy
util from the
shit,
Sentinels
bro.
are gone. The Sentinel player is not, of course, the Sentinel's team. That could be rather confusing.
Okay.
Finally, some sort of hope here. First blood coming out.
Wait, they're shooting back. What the fuck?
Wait a minute. And this is why C9 is C9, because they can do this and you just don't understand where they pulled it from. Wasn't a timeout, wasn't anything.
Nah,
They just
mistry.
activate on mid. No other kills are on the map. Mid. Everyone mid. Maybe some rotations from the side.
Chris
but
Paul?
It was in mid. And I think that was a little bit of that C9 taking control of the game from the beginning, right? It seemed like Sentinels had the rounds every time they started, but C9 finally can inject themselves a little bit there and show that they are worthy of taking the aggression.
Took better rounds, but maybe C9 were finally
Thank you,
figuring out
Zeus.
here that there wasn't enough pressure from smokes on middle, so let's just all buy Guardians and
Yeah.
move down and get these picks. So
Just
it
go mid.
became kind of easy.
We still have a long way to go here.
Oh.
Another 8 rounds. And it's kind of squashed the question of will Sentinel's map pool be exploited a bit here. I think they've really just had this hidden in their back pocket.
What a nice flash by Oxy.
Good
Wait, they're
push out.
shooting back.
C9 getting a little angry here.
Why are they shooting back all of a sudden?
Gotta see it. We gotta see a change in something, even if it's pushing more, being aggressive more. Sometimes you gotta go outside the box. The push around as well. This could be huge at top mid. They're getting timing on the map, and they may lose it
Bang
over
has
to the
ult.
side of Bang, but that's not gonna give the rest of Sentinels a free path to Bang.
And he's walking through. Right now, if Sentinels could continue to delay towards B main, they need to find it to allow this so that Ben can find the perfect timing in the back of the site.
No.
Fortunately, though, Nara gets spammed through the smoke, and that's already a player down.
Just trying to live for one more kill. Bang finds one, and now John Cutie knows. Gets the flash out.
What? Wow, the flash got him perfectly, dude.
Says, quick, come over.
He dropped him a spike.
Yeah, exactly. Drop the spike so you can TP and grab it, and you stay as a team with 30 seconds left. The thing
It's
is
planted open.
He canceled the... He went back towards the A site to plant while John Cutie was going B.
Yeah, he was going B. Oh, bit of a misdirect there, I think.
What a good paranoia. He got both.
He's
Holy fuck.
Yeah,
the paranoia is being thrown. He gets out of position with the TP, and now John Cutie meets up with him.
Oxy first. Oxy goes down first. Mitch makes a distraction. Oh, Mitch actually able to get the first kill here.
No.
John Cutie coming up big. It's not going to be him. It's going to be Noxy.
That's right. 12-5 aware.
This round and bring it to 5. Inching their way back in, but Sen could explode at any time. They have the economy, and they have the way to do it.
Yeah. I really
nice
thought
try.
that John Cutie was going to try to drop the spike a little bit earlier so that Bang could actually have a safer TP to pick up the spike. I mean, he had to pick it up out in the open, which is probably the reason why he had to cancel, just in case somebody was waiting on a rotate towards the market. So as he canceled it, he's still towards the garden. They split up for the plant. And thankfully, Oxy was still in dimensional drift. If not, that was already GG. Gave a fighting chance there for John Cutie, who unfortunately couldn't clutch the 1 versus 2.
Okay. Oxy's digging into the pockets here.
I'm not going bald. Stop.
Goes for the operator now from the defensive side, and we saw what it did for Zekin. Can it have the same results?
Oh, Oxy's getting crazy.
He does have full rain. I mean, the TP's still up. They're trying to find an angle here towards tiles, which may work.
Suppress? Smart.
They expect it. They expect everything right now from C9. And they actually give Zekin that space immediately. He takes it so fast.
Oh!
The shot just over Zekin's shoulder.
Zekin is running at him, dude.
Oxy regen just a
You
little
guys
bit.
see Zekin?
Takes this fight for himself.
I think Mitch actually spotted the players up on cap when he drone out from the garden. So C9 has a pretty good read here that they're still very slow on the hit.
Yeah.
But this time with the
Someone's entering now.
Site, you're playing a cross map though, so the Razor Vines are still really good.
No!
Beautiful
My
night.
God!
Right on the Razor Vines as you see
Oh,
Zeppo
no.
over at the B site. The utility can be used off of that ultimate since he's not getting hit. And now
Save.
Sentinels is left wondering, where do they go from here? Who's actually at the site?
Oh my God.
They're not going to have enough players to get through
30
here. So
seconds left.
C9 are able to capitalize on one more round for themselves.
Nah, if I have 30 HP, no
Slowly
joke,
finding
right
a
there, if
way
I'm
in.
Zekin, I
This
run
is
back to
too
B main
little
and
too
lurk.
late. You almost have to ask that on every round. if they
I'm not
want Sen
updrafting
get
to
12.
entry cap, bro. I will not
Pressure
die
round
for
must make
free.
it so much more difficult.
Yeah, and they don't really
I
wanna
go
to
B main and
try to
lurk.
make it expensive for Cloud9,
No.
even though a couple of them could still buy within the next
10
round.
seconds
But
left.
Zekins seems like he's one away here from the Blade Storm. But for the last 2 players, John Cutie and Narrate just want to save.
That's why he's Zekin and you're Tarek. All right, Hurtful we're getting. I don't know. It's time to get Hurtful.
Oh,
So far, so good.
Zeppo.
Not a good story finish, unfortunately, there for John. At least, sorry, for John Cutie. But C9 did a really good job here to shut that down. Again,
Pause.
doing a little bit of a classic in terms of playing on extremities to avoid the utility or avoid the KO ult. So they had
Timeout.
a perfect delay going out towards the Razor Vines or the traps to be placed. And you see the combination. A nice little one from Mitch.
They got my goat. They got him good.
Timeout from Sentinels.
I think C9.
Oh my God, the
finally
crowd is
getting
going
out.
crazy.
Even the shot missed on Zekin slows down a bit of what Sentinels has to do or activates them to push towards the site. They activate into the Razor Vines. They were kind of not on their own time is the whole point. And I think C9 likes that. So at 12, game point, and losing 3 in a row, a timeout coming in from Kaplan.
Yeah.
That's me.
Thankfully, on that previous round, they already found out that Oxy is wielding an operator.
Exactly.
So now the timeouts is, can we try to push him away? Are we going to try to get the Blade Storm out from Zekin so we can have a healthy buy overall across the board for Sentinels? Leverage Zelsa's ult and just overpower Cloud9. And it may be that start because all of Sentinels are leaning
All
towards
right,
this A site.
12-6.
Away from away from Oxy's position currently. He's just waiting for the right time to get the TP out. You can see him, he'll place it across here on the top of Heaven.
Yeah.
And then try to get a pick towards the B main. So all of this is being avoided by Sentinels in the very beginning. The pop flash potentially is going to come out to swing out towards main.
Second orb into knives. He's going to get that right away. Only a shorty buy so they can get
Here
the
we go.
money spent around.
Oh, and they're going to go hard.
Oh, yeah. Somebody's going to get caught by this. That alert on the way in. Steel Garden goes down.
What?
And look at that.
You killing
just
blinds?
shooting ducks at the back of sight. Nobody even knows he's there. A shorty from Zeppa here wondering if he can get out of the smoke without being seen first.
Zeppa?
Phantom comes out next. And
Unlucky.
Enough to get one, but Zeppa cannot get out of
Wait,
line.
what?
Start trading shots towards Hell.
Guys?
And that's what it feels like right now for Sentinels inside A. Mitch
Early peek. He's
again
gonna
on
early
the
peek. I'm
clutch.
calling it. He's gonna early peek. Watch.
Versus Celsius.
No, he's not. Never mind.
Spike is planted. Plenty of time to play.
They
with
never
a few
stick, Zelsis. They never
great
stick, bro.
Defuses and push into the site. Zelsis with no utility here, not
Recon's
even the Rose.
back up. He knows he's towards the left now.
Half is there.
No!
Mitch keeps Cloud9 alive. Another clutch for the veteran player.
Fucking A, bud.
Just unfortunate.
Fucking A,
Some
bud.
pure luck that came through that a recon dart went towards a way where you can't get Zelsis to break the dart right away.
Nah.
So with the ping
That might be the
coming through, you're
Redux.
able to get it
That might be
halfway.
Redux
You
turning
can now play
18.
time
The
onto
little bit of
Mitch.
extra
He
pressure
dodges
fucked him up in the
flash,
clutch.
turns back to get
And
the
the Rose.
instant headshot onto Zelsis.
You think he thought about it in the clutch? Like, oh, fuck, he's 18 now? And then he swung and whiffed?
He could just turn, go back, look to the front. Potentially could be a pulsar.
Imagine he thinks about it during the clutch.
Honestly, since Mitch back in the inauguration of Valorant in 2020 to when he's brought on the team now has been one of the most flexible agent / players with gun use too. Operator, Vandal, Phantom. You can look for it all from Mitch, and he's really making a resurgence here. Brought back onto the Cloud9 squad, bringing back a 7th round here for him on this first map. And now they have to clear just 5 more rounds to bring it to OT. Actually, a tough task to ask with how the game has been going as Annihilation starts off and will grab.
Wow.
Narrate.
W team? My rank teammates would never. I'm yelling on Mike, shoot me, shoot me!
So knowing that there's not going to be anybody close. Beautiful ult coming through from the Armageddon. Here comes the hit from Sentinels.
Nice spam through. They're trying to get
Oh,
these shots
neck
before
got
they
fucked.
even happen. The Phantoms are helping them do it through the smoke.
Zeppa?
Still clearing sight, but Zekin goes down for one of the first
Nice
times.
trade.
Or no, Zekin goes. He gets
Oxy?
the kill, I should say.
No.
As
So
Oxy
2v2.
answers back, the duelists are firing hot right now, and who's going to overheat on this one, and who's going to keep their cool? Dimensional Drift goes through, so Oxy knows exactly what's going on in the back of the site, and now Mitch starts to creep into position so they can activate.
Wait,
the
I like what
protocol.
Zekin did there.
Just to the left, spam through the box. It's a tough spot for Zekin as he
Fuck.
can't get help from John Cutie on the same angle. A stiff wind will blow Oxy down, and a quick transfer could take Mitch as well.
Fuck.
Almost there.
Who paid out? Who paid out? We need a
Mitch
name.
finds the frag, and C9 find 8.
Oh my god.
The HP remaining on Mitch and Oxy combined at 8. 6 on Mitch, 2 on Oxy, and they're still able to convert a 2v2. So far in the chaos, those Sentinels have been doing an excellent job on these hits. But C-Line, when they come back to try to fight, not giving a chance here for Sentinels to really set up to a plant or to a post plant. It's been very close towards the end. And thankfully, again,
Let's go, Francis! Let's go, baby! That's all you! That's all you! Let's go! Come on!
Man, I need someone hyping me up like that though. Like,
Don't
I
use
got
your voice for
nobody,
him.
bro.
Not getting hype right now.
he's been loud this split for sure. Ever since he
Dang.
came back now into the VCT stage, dropped by G2 last year. Coming back this time around, I mean, he mentioned it in an interview, I think that was with Sage Tween, that mentioned that he was basically fighting his own demons, playing against himself in terms of not being able to get the confidence to compete here at the top level.
You get the
he's been
voices in
doing
your
pretty
head.
decent, not necessarily only in the kill department, but also in ways that he's using his utility as mainly the Deadlock or even a Cypher.
The last few games look great for him.
Yeah, he's an integral part to C9 in terms of how they're working around the site. He's just trying to stay alive, trying to find information into the mid rounds, and has these moments where he gets good assists around his util.
Fans, both timeouts for Sentinels has been called on their game point.
Nothing left now
And
with
in
4
the
rounds
past
left.
5 rounds, they have been called. Yeah. Sen
Shut up,
City
Jax.
wants to lock in here. Can Sentinels deliver?
This is kind of scary now.
Riding high, finding the silver lining here on the comeback from the defensive side. You called it. We wondered about their attack side. It was a little iffy.
He has a Bucky.
C9 continues to lock down their defensive side. A low buy here for Sentinels to try and push through on this round.
Off flash, maybe trying to get Zekin to hit the switch. Yeah, it's a full exit in.
That's just unlucky.
Goes fast. Net's still able to find him in the smoke and the chaos. Zeppa's HP and ammo is just about the same, down at single digits right now. They're all still stuck for the side of Sentinels. Here
Reset?
In the R2B. Great use of Razor Vines and a bit of util is going to throw him back. And no upgraded weapon will come of this just yet.
They definitely got snuffed out of that one. That's exactly what we're just talking about. Net throwing a beautiful wall right into the main side. So, yeah, Zekin's able to dash through, but the rest of their team can't follow up. And even if they made it through, you still had 2 sonic sensors towards this B site where nobody could jump down towards that lane. But
this is going A main? What?
Still 2 stingers available. John Cutie calls for them to move towards this A site.
Do we expect A main at all?
Playing, and he plays the perfect spot.
Exactly, moving back to be more of an anchor, but not in the site.
Do we dagger him in?
Outside the site, causing Sen to now have to re-clear main, have a few more things on their plate.
What you're trying to do with this position here is just to maintain the A site. When this plant comes down, when the door closes, especially that, you now know that the players have to play inside the site for Sentinels. So it will allow for the rotate coming back from Vic, from Zeppa, from Net, to fight within the site.
Mitch is playing this
smart.
smart.
Plan positioning so far from
Not gonna lie.
Flash currently set up from Zelsis could really help delay and fight back here against Cloud9's Flood.
Wow.
Oh, he
played it well.
Solo, and now he can draw the attention. This is perfect for Heaven to start coming out. You can see Nat start to sidestep. They're looking for
He played it very well. He played it so well.
No, he doesn't. Another 3K for Mitch.
Mitch has the IGL starting to activate as well on the second half.
Oh my God.
I was just talking about the whole round. He's just got to stay alive, and he's probably going to be the last person moving through.
Let's try this fucking crazy. Holy fuck.
Towards the top of him, and now he's just going to walk in.
He's going to be the first.
Casually stroll, get a 3K into that one while everybody's focused towards the back of the site. And remember, no more timeouts left for Sentinels here on the second half, so it has to fall down onto John Cutie. A timeout that probably was going to be translated within this round right here because Sentinels has money to work with, although not the best. Half buy small shields, trying to keep the economy up for continuous buys for the rest of the half. But C9 are finally finding some ways to fight back right here.
Wait a minute. Oh, they're not coming from mid. They
Good
just
counter
went for a bit of
util.
a push towards the left side. I was wondering if that was going to be a huge attack on tiles too. And now we see no operator in the mix. There was more than enough money for C9, but they realize the speed of the game is going to be changing. There may not be time for an op. Everything is moving pretty damn fast right now, and you have to be able to move at that pace with your team. Bit of a 3-2 split here for Sen. C9 is very active on the defensive side trying to figure this out.
Look at this. Brendan was just talking about now you change things around the walls towards B main. Everybody's pushed up towards middle because all of the Sentinels utils on both sides.
This could be a meat grinder.
I think he's dead.
Hunter's Fury up the middle. It's not going to give anybody really room to shoot on this one, so they're just figuring out what's happening on the map. B is open. Sen are not aware of it, though. They could be taken out from the right side. C9 back in position. They enter the site right as Sentinels try to. This movement is incredible.
Trap play didn't really work at the very beginning to find the info, but at least to get the first blood by punishing the push into B main. Now with 30 seconds left, it's up to Zekin that has to try to create an opening.
Nice shot.
That timing. Zekin on top of it here. Can he hold for long enough, though?
Oh, nice try, Narrate.
It's a ruse, gets the quick shot there, and now it's still going to be the rotation over. They realize what B
good
was.
jump.
That could have been a huge kill. That would have been Spike.
One more, though. Feels it. Doesn't look. Oh, second
He's gonna
guessing
get him.
Gets the wall, and he's
well played, John. Well played.
Didn't get a shot on. Another 3K for Mitch. Count him up. Rack him up.
And pistols left now for C9 as the Steel Garden comes out.
Dart.
Locked in. Revealing area. One dart. Gives them a bit of a chance
Good
to clear
peek.
themselves into sight. Net takes down one. Can it be another big clutch for C9? This is going to be game, or it's going to be a round continuation here. Net it's going to be the jump from Zelsis and the right-click classic.
Oh my God, I was close as fuck. We could have lost again, dude. Oh my God. Good job. Zekin's first kill. The wall, the flash, the util. That got scary, man.
The one by Sentinels that could finally stop
That was a good team effort, though. I feel like everyone really fucking played well. Like, I know Sinan brought it back, but that was such a good team effort by us. Not even close, right? Yeah, not even close.
Yeah, and losing the pistol, losing the bonus, that's gotta hurt on the side of Cloud9. Something that they have to pick up here and clean up for the second map. But so far, we were in for a treat at the very beginning. Sentinels were running away with this one. But C9, they show that they still have some fight.
They do still have some fight. I think slow starts might be a little bit of a plague to them. Oxy not starting off as fast as he wanted to.
This first half was so crazy, dude.
Slowly taking time to pick up, but that's where we look at Sentinels. Sentinels was making sure their start was slow, bringing the attack and making sure they could take a
this first half was insane.
We have not seen from them yet this stage, and they show it first in playoffs. We got more in this series between Sen and C9. Don't go anywhere.
Wow. All right. That was C9's map pick, right? The fuck, VLR is down. What's the second map? Oh. It's Pearl. We picked Pearl. All right. EMEA. Holy. I'm disappointed about the issues in our region so far, as people can have seen from my previous file. A lot of the issues we're dealing with now have been ongoing since the beginning of franchise. In the first year or two, we raised concerns, told to be patient. Now it's nothing improving. Hardware monitor issues. The gear we're playing on could be a lot better. We've been giving a lot of feedback on the monitors for ages. Don't know what the reasoning is anymore, because every time we bring it up, we're given a different answer. The PCs aren't optimized. Settings change constantly, and most tech pauses are due to the game stuttering so badly. IT checks it, and if they see it or not, we just keep playing, no fixes. Online, on stage with 30 ping, I get 7 at home to combat performance issues and tech pauses. Everyone LAN or online is still experiencing stutters. It's honestly shocking to see other regions with superior PCs. We're stuck with EMEA setups from League of Legends. And the answer is, but League of Legends doesn't have this problem. Crowd, they removed the crowd for Wednesday games. Riot has their reason, but we weren't told ahead of time. We found out the same day as fans that I feel bad for rookies making their tier 1 debut with no crowd. Issues remain unsolved and more keep getting added. I'm tired of hearing we'll hear it. I mean, yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, I agree. It's unacceptable. I agree. 100%. 100%. They're
questions about Sentinel's map pool, what you guys are willing to flow, what you guys can play. When C9 picked Ascent, what was the plan?
We definitely thought they would pick it. The comp they play is pretty much Gunter's creation. He really nailed it last year with that, so he was really specialized in having a lot of solutions for us that we talked about throughout the week. Got a little bumpy there as we were just, I think we were a little too eager to close it out. That happens when you're up 12, but yeah, we had a really good plan to just kind of punish them, and it worked out.
Well, best luck on map 2.
Thank you.
nice.
On the surface, you look pretty innocent, but I feel like you've got some darkness in you. You be fucking.
Nah, no way.
What?
No.
No.
I could be lying though.
Is there anything that would change that?
I don't know. Is there? My fingers are real good.
What the fuck are you guys? What is this? I could have done without that. This guy did an A split on his way out of his room, dude. Like, this guy's been calling shit.
No, watch. He's gonna ace this, and watch what he does next round. He always does this.
He's done it once. What do you mean always done? He's done it one time. He's done it one time.
Don't even worry about this round. Watch. He's gonna ace here. All right, take it.
And then he's gonna overheat.
Now watch this.
And the plant. Look at him go.
Watch. He's gonna satchel in and die first. Promise. And his team will not be anywhere near him, and he's going.
It's an old ass clip.
A few moments later.
Hold on, he has a trade partner though.
Wait, Shroud's in the match.
Satchel. Oh, there he comes.
Here we go. Oh no, he got
turned off. What now?
Oh, guys, we can't watch 6 minutes of this. Actually, I need to get my food. I have to be right back. What should I open while I'm gone? I get a free send jersey. Cleop, if you come up to me at an event, I'll give you a jersey.
Do you ever like actually genuinely look at yourself?
Like,
and
now
what am I
someone's
doing?
gonna do
Just
that.
because you judge all the time?
Well, what are you clipping me this? Did you come up to VCT EMEA fans? Ahead of today's show, I wanted to jump in and address the ongoing tech issues. I want to apologize to our fans below the standards. Provide some transparency. We've been experiencing recurring technical issues that have affected gameplay stability. Resolving this is a complex challenge where we're in the middle of the regular season. Studios being used almost every day, giving us little time to kick systems offline. In order to continue the matches without delays, we had temporarily switched to online servers. But at the end of the day, the why doesn't matter. What matters has been hugely frustrating. We have a window between the end of regular season and playoffs on May 8th to investigate. Well, at least they fucking addressed it, honestly. Like, that's W. But I guess the problem is they've been addressing it and apologizing for a while. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you, what happened that map? Was it a failure of the comp? Was Oxy not online?
No, I just think, again, probably nerf, same as the G2 game, but a little bit different. We're usually really good on attack. That's why we saved it this whole time. And we lost some scrappy rounds. We did some misplays. We took a lot of solo fights. And then on the defense, we brought it back. We probably shouldn't have forced bought, but we forced bought and we brought it back in the end anyway. And it's just a shame we lost.
Let's look him up too.
We demand that the league be postponed for a week and these issues be resolved. Yesterday, we had a technical break for 1 hour of a map. Players' cans got cold and they had difficulty adapting to the game, which reduced the pleasure of watching. Wait, who the fuck is this guy? It's just a viewer. The fuck? These guys say we demand the league be postponed. Oh my god. Can you guys name these 5 players on your screen even? Like, fuck. days.
Get me out of the fucking game.
Dog trying to get a little kitty to perk. X-Man looking at me like a Lucifer. Cause he knows I would deal with the case. Yes, sir. If I was the last man on earth, I would only take that girl and the search.
I'm gonna get my food. I'll be right back.
Into this game because looks like they had a good read going into the Ascent game as well against Cloud9. So when I was really hyped up and trying to see that C9 probably had a chance to push us into a third map. I mean, these guys over on the Sentinels camp have been doing an excellent job adapting on the fly.
I mean, they're going to have to, right? I love what you mentioned about the Cypher because it's more information in those areas, but it also allows you to be ahead of the game more, which Imi absolutely loves. Any step he can be ahead of the other team is perfect. And yeah, the Vice Wall is going to let you know when people are coming by, but having that camera around, how are Sen going to play around that? Where are they going to find it? How fast are they destroy it and start messing with Net's utility? Is all the questions to see how they can shut down that Cypher's defensive
Happy birthday!
hold. Happy birthday. Let's go. Off to everybody having a birthday today. I'm sure there's a few. All right, we're getting on to Pearl here, our second map for our second series. They're having a birthday.
We're starting already?
Melissa party for sure in terms of the vibes here for Sentinels. Zelsis has all been stepping up here every single time that Sentinels are winning a round. And now Sentinels on the attack, they are able to take control here of the tempo. To kick things off here on Pearl, and it's a Teho drone to spot Vic. Vic, who's had so many good moments in this split though, is now suppressed, can't pull the smoke up. So he's gonna be, he has to stand tall with this Ghost.
It's a very big commitment here for Vic to stay in. The shots are just missing. They capitalize on one, but wait, it's set by Mitch. They find more. Sentinels is now out in the open trying to get themselves to safety here. Very low health on both sides. It's going to be the Ghost first to Classic, and Net's gonna
oh my god.
Zelsis, the
what a fucking brawl. I don't know what just happened. What a brawl.
Map on a 1v1 Zelsis versus
oh my god, I'm
Net,
so
won by
hungry.
Zelsis. Another pistol round won by Zelsis against Net.
Picture perfect.
Continues to vibe here and help out Sentinels to build up the economy moving into the further rounds that you've seen here on these type of buys that they had. Did go for heavy investments with rifles, bulldogs.
Michael! Michael! Oh.
Not even looking. Focused on his screen. Celsius trying to get
that's
attention.
fucked, bro.
Always on his feet.
Oh my god, tech pause. Who fucked up?
To see if they can carry right as we get out of this. We'll get an idea of what it is for you as soon as we can. And get back into game ASAP here. But like you said, Zelsis not stopping an inch there. Gets the clutch on his set to win the map. Gets the clutch for the
it's a wrap,
round to
a
make
chicken
sure
Caesar wrap,
they can start
or a Caesar wrap.
Here.
And definitely wants to
just a rush attack to be.
Exactly, and just really wants to get into Net's head here after winning this 1v1. I mean, also, Zekin mentioned that, yeah, I'm looking forward to play against a team like Cloud9 because they're good friends with Net and they just want to topple him down. Unfortunately, you have this friendly rivalry from these players, right? And best friends between
absolutely.
Zelsis and Coach Imi.
Watching Zeppa play ranked just a few days, or like yesterday or a few days ago, him and Zelsis were going at it in MM2.
Yeah.
Just kind of chatting it up, being like, "But you lost to them, like 2-3. You got burned." I'm like, "Yeah, we'll see you on the stage." They're always ribbing each other just a little bit. The crowd's ready.
Hey, W-Mans.
Happy to get back.
I see you too. Hey, W-Mans, bro.
Both levels of the Sentinels rosters.
That's right. Usually
I see 3 of me
here in the arena, but you can definitely see that it's split across the board
C9
today.
Thundersticks out there today, and C9 crowd for sure.
This does mean a lot, though, for a team like Cloud9, who's been missing internationals after internationals. I mean, even if you're looking, I'm going to inject a little bit of cope here for C9, and Amy talked about this in interviews and streams, but when C9 actually had these occasions to try to play into playoffs where the storylines is, well, they're missing these opportunities to make it into Masters and Champs. But it was last year when we actually had these knockout rounds where there was no double elimination bracket. And who did C9 have to play? They had to play against a crew team that made it into Champs into that split 2 of last year. And even they had to play against a G2 that went all the way towards the grand finals in a knockout round and then qualified for Shanghai. So they had to play some tough opponents no matter what, every time they made it into playoffs. Now this time, they're playing against a powerhouse at Sentinels that's turned things around since they came back from Bangkok. So it's never going to be an easy run for C9, and either of these teams moving forward will have to face off against G2, as now, back in the server though, 1-0 for Sentinels. Orbs being controlled by Sentinels as the push is coming through from Cloud9 towards main, and it's an easy TP away from Zekin.
Like
everyone chill.
Just the zoo animals running out A stairs. They're stomping through. You see Sentinels like, no, we don't want any of that. Low buy or not.
Ooh.
Smart
I like
play
this.
to just redistribute and reset the round. Honestly, they spread out to what would just be a default here, 1 minute. And they're going to go ahead and play a fake onto B.
It works.
Then get over to A. Yeah, that's working
They're biting.
really well. Look at everybody leave A now.
You already forced the TP away here from the side of Zeppa, who initially was trying to keep a 4-player stack.
They're not moving.
They gave up towards that front. Should be an easy entry here for Sentinels because there's no util to stop them as they enter towards A site.
No.
Well, pistols will.
The double swings they have to apply that damage, get some of these guns down. It's not retrievable just
Good luck,
yet,
Bang.
but it is a little bit scary for the post plant here. Zekin
Heard him,
spamming through,
right?
using that hero rifle on this buy. Or just say
No, 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 no. Nice.
Shots are missing.
Nice.
There's an opening for C9, not anymore.
Yeah, he closes it down.
Oh, yeah.
On the right side, waiting for the crossfires to come.
Oh, yeah.
The ace.
I feel like Zekin always aces on Pearl.
Coming in for Zekin, they let him have the eye by power ace on that one. Beautifully done. Remember the PC giveaway from I by Power, the first ace of every week coming through. After that, the $100 gift card and $100 in I by Power merch. Hashtag unlock your ace, baby. I mean, Zekin continues to unlock his aces.
Yeah, make sure you follow him on socials, I by Power, and yeah, the last kill was a little labor, but I mean, he was
Good job, bro.
to try to get kills. C9 just trying to flood back towards the Flowers, trying to stay as a group.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, couldn't trade any
Pause
shots
early?
at all. And are we actually calling a timeout right away
What?
going into the gun round?
Oh, it's tack.
Okay, never mind.
Never mind.
Indeed. Indeed.
I was like, that would be very surprising if Imi was doing that, but no. Going to be a little bit more take pause gear.
Damn. Looking like Yami A.
Oh, we got rock, paper, scissors between Zekin and Zelsis. Oh, Zekin just crushed him in like 2 seconds.
We'll try to find it.
Oh, they're winning. Okay. Oh, he gave it to him. What do we got?
There it is, chat. There it is.
Ooh, got him again.
Dude, he's not missing on anything
Jersey's
today.
finest is crushing.
One more. On
1,
shoot.
2, 3, shoot. 1, 2, 3, shoot. Again, dude.
He got him 3 times in a row.
Oh, he's going scissors or something, bro. He's just going rock and he's destroying your scissors. Come on. All right, we get this tech.
Bro, he doesn't miss.
We were talking about Cloud9 a little bit earlier, and an interesting point. Just looking at the
He's still
squad,
gonna main
is
game
there
and
always a
out.
team who will begin kind of with a different roster and then switch it up. So you don't have a team that's grown really all throughout the season like Sentinels would, or a different team. And maybe this is a focus on their playoff woes. They're not fully there. They're not adjusted to 2 stages, maybe even a full season and that. But somehow, they're still always firing high in the ranks, even with these changes, even
Oh,
bringing new
God.
people on the team. They still find their way to playoffs, but what is the crux here is always the question.
Yeah, at least Imi when he was mentioning at the helm of C9, you know, replacing MC and going into Coach C9.
Yeah.
With the different iterations that came through of like the moves.
Zebba's like this. Zebba's like this is some fucking bullshit, bro.
This time around in
Zebba's like this is some fucking bullshit,
that
dog.
confidence that this is the best iteration of C9 that he's had to coach, and he fully feels confident that this will be a team that could actually defeat world star teams over in the Valorant scene, not only in the Americas but across the world. But first, of course, you have to try to qualify over the Masters. But he said it is still a work in progress. You might still need a little bit of time in order to flush that all out. But there is a chance when
Someone find those
there's
messages.
a day where everybody's kind of feeling it. You've seen those matches. They could definitely do some crazy upsets as this dark horse team going into the playoffs, as a dark horse team going into split
What's happening,
one
bro?
in 2025 here in Americas.
And it's still incredibly young, moldable players too. I mean, you got Mitch and Zeppa who are going to bring the veteran status and the pedigree they have, but you know, Oxy, I feel like it has gone from the 4v5. Oxy's kind of not there because
Oh my God, look at that! Holy fuck!
Exactly.
And more of
Holy
Oxy being
fuck.
the team in these situations, and he will be necessary for the round.
You could definitely see that from how they've been activating with this roster overall. Let's say Lotus, for example, or how he's trying to move in towards a map like Pearl. He maybe doesn't bring up the exact numbers coming through because he is trying to create that space. But it doesn't necessarily have to be that game plan of Oxy go kill.
He's trying to see what Aspas is seeing.
Now you have to play.
He's trying to look at it from a different angle.
Probably had the best career so far into VCTs on the American stage. So
I wonder what he's thinking about.
Has been amazing for him so far. And they also, with the addition of Vic, we've already seen what Vic could do ever since he joined this roster.
What the heck?
A little bit of a sleeper in the first place, but he's totally killing it so far.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we're going to step away for a moment. Let's hear from Cloud9's IGL Mitch. How he feels about.
Oh my god, I'm choking.
I guess the difference between playoffs and group stages is people are a little bit more tense.
Don't say 07, that's fucked.
There's going to be a lot more pressure on, you know, even like the experienced players, I think, for stage because they know that they're playing for Toronto. It's going to be a lot on the line, and I think whoever makes the big plays are going to qualify.
I hate that they don't cut the scene sooner.
3Ks qualifies as big plays. So Mitch is on that list right now for making those happen. He's been having a great game so far.
Definitely seen that, at least for sure, on that previous map. But to touch back onto Vic, he's been the one that's been doing so many multiple kills and a lot of highlight reels. Remember, on this very map, behind the A site, getting a superb ace against Furia, or how he's playing on Rubble. He's a player that's just able to find some good aggression, and it kind of fits C9 quite well. Paranoia's TPs, he's not trying to play like kind of like a safe style of Omen. I love the style that he brings here over to this agent for this team.
Yeah, and talking about players on C9 that used to be, Zelsis over there too. Used to be a C9 player. Now brings that pedigree over to the side of Sentinels, helping get that roster.
Oh, it's a
built
nothing
up.
burger?
From the beginning
whoa,
of the games,
easy with
Hubert.
Hubert.
Saying kind of to narrate, hey, no more emotional stuff on stage, you know, narrate kind of, he's very hard on himself. So seeing narrate now come into a different light and being able to play under all that stress, but still we're not seeing that emotion take him over now. Like the brains that Zelsis brings to the team there is huge in helping everybody.
It's cool
because too on screen.
As you mentioned that in terms of narrate trying to battle his own demons, that was what we were just talking about on that previous map, when it was Net that kind of had like highs and lows of like doubting their performances, but he's been so good in the last 2 weeks.
Guys, you still there, chat? Hello?
He's been opening a lot of rounds here for Sentinels overall. And just when we just talked about and heard what Mitch was saying about about C9, for example, the pressure that is on their shoulders.
What do we do? What do we do? What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing while we wait?
Pressure coming in from the side of Sentinels because they kind of want to try to win this to play in Toronto, not only for Sen City, but I would also assume here for John Cutie, who, you know, played in the MENA division out in Africa for the longest time, trying to qualify through the Tier 2, going into North America, playing from Montreal to play under the M80 banner.
Fucking
and has
shit.
the opportunity to get picked up. IGL lead this team in Sentinels and wants to play in the home crowd of Montreal with the rest of the fans flying in from different areas, different provinces to see John Cutie play.
Honestly, has to be awesome, especially to be fighting for that feeling and possibly one map away. But right now we're going to hear from Zelsis to get his thoughts on facing off against Cloud9.
W?
Vic has been like playing outstanding. Oxy has been playing well. Zeppa has always been frying. Like and Mitch is just like consistent. Net is consistent in their roles. Like I think they're a well-rounded team. Sadly, playoffs is a whole different beast. Like it's a whole different like
regular
feeling.
season warriors.
Feature. Like I just feel like they are going to be a little bit shaky in playoffs, especially coming off the choke loss that they had against MIBR. I think they'll definitely be a little bit shaken up. So I think them for us, as long as we don't go in nervous against their nerves, I think it should be like an easy match. But I think they've definitely found themselves as a team, so it could be scary.
And we're on ads. They didn't even send us off to the ads. They just fucking dropped it on us.
be mid.
Oh my gosh. What happened in that smoke? I saw everything go mini. Noticing me from across the room. I can see
Lothar, give me the tweet. Lothar, give me the tweet. Lothar, give me the tweet.
To hit the play button, and he's hovering. He's hovering.
For me. It's broken for me. I'm still trying to fix it.
Okay, that's why.
I'm still trying to fix
that's
it.
why.
My
So
bad,
that's
Chad.
where we're getting fixed up, and then we'll get right into game. All of the rock paper scissors has been played out. We got everything sorted on stage here, so we should be back in quite.
Sebastian Telfair. Ooh, I went there. Yes, you did. Oh my goodness! Jordan Clarkson almost came in my lap.
noticing me. Watch out, I've seen a type.
That one tip I was telling you, like, say you're about to get jumped by like 5 dudes, right? You about to get into a fight. Like you did one of them wrong, he brings his buddies over, you about to get into a fight, just get naked.
Ludwig, thanks, yes.
Oh, he's good. Eagle
The
Demon?
quality's dog shit, but just
Eagle?
watch.
Oh.
Just watch it.
That looks fucking good.
What?
He's that guy.
That was good.
Holy shit, dude.
Oh my god.
I might be the greatest yes
Okay,
player
now
of all time.
Now I can't get a buy. Now I
Never
can't get a
dropping.
buy.
Out of the smoke because it was smoke towards pizza. Right here of C9 that they have to try to turn it around to hopefully bring this back in. Maybe force this into a icebox. But that said, thank you so much for your patience, chat. Let's start moving back in the server.
Let's go.
Bonus round now available for Sentinels. As it's strong, a rifle for a second, already coming out with the dimensional drift, trying to find the info, and it's being pinched on left and right. They'll probably have a read. There's 3 players out there, and now it's a pinch. 4 players out towards the A site.
Cruising, about to be out of it.
And there's that trip. The one that Net likes to place kind of like a vice wall to get information.
Wait, what's happening right now? It's 2-0. I just lost track of the game.
And you see that he's pulling up the camera at the same time, trying to see if there's pressure in on middle. And as he sees nothing yet, all of C9 stay stacked up towards the A side and try to stop this push.
Zekin's going to be on the forefront of this one. The head of the spear goes towards the smokes. You can see low health just on the other side of that as they're trying to decide. Zekin gives himself an out. They make sure Bang is safe, and they know that the first layer of the site is there. But no, Cloud9 starts to come out of the woodwork with shots from left and right.
So much
and the
stall.
crossfire is beautiful.
Wait, Zekin's running B.
Unfortunately, the vines being thrown by Zelsis kind of stops here the opportunity from the last 2 players of himself and Zekin trying to swing out to go for trades. So he just has to keep players at bay. Try to keep them towards the A site where you see Zekin is moving for a
30
plant.
seconds left.
Where's he gonna plant?
Responsibility now for Zelsis. Stay. Try to watch back and maybe go for a fight towards the back of the spawn. If not, I mean, if he's gonna walk back towards the street, that camera being set up here by Net could see a lot.
Look at Zekin or Zelsis.
Zelsis. the super quiet here.
Ah!
He's got 3 people to pass, and then a little extra time to wait here. But not too long. You can't leave Zekin out to dry on this situation. It's going to be tough, and the pincer even harder as Zelsis has the timing. Zekin trying to stay alive, gets a spam, but it doesn't throw him off.
Wow.
He's able to take 1, but he's done his job. 2 for the round, and Zekin is happy with that. He leaves Zelsis with the perfect prep. The smoke is there. It's at half. They're not even looking. He misses the first shot, but he's going to have it. Second defuse. That bike, it does go.
Yes! Oh my god, that was so close! Oh my god! Oh my god, how close was that?
Coming out from Zekin and
That must have been like
C9 to sleep.
Nah.
What a move moving out
That
here
was
from
so
Zelsis.
close.
The patience that he has and the confidence that you have to leave Zekin alone inside the site. You were talking about it. It was going to be a tough position.
.14. .14.
You know he's going to be good for at least 1.
And he got shot through the box.
Oh
And
my god.
So calm.
As a unit so far, this team.
He's waving again. Oh god.
A big clutch coming through here from Zelsis.
Wow, 2v4. Oh my
They're gonna
god.
try to gamble it up here. Try to get this orb to build up an ult.
Zekin getting 2. Wow.
Photo right outside to dismiss.
Zekin getting 2 there was
not expecting
kind of
that.
ridiculous.
And something C9 put the cam up and have had that space for free all the time. And Sentinels just pulled the rug out from under him on that. 3 dead, and the push towards A easily happening here. Zekin, again, 1 off of ultimate.
I mean, we're going to sound like a broken record by the end of this game. Zekin owns. Zelsis owns.
Yeah.
But there are 2 players that are pretty decent in the clutch. Unfortunately, though, for Cloud9, they don't have the best weaponry to work with.
Bitch.
Staying quiet. Just trying to hide around the utility right now.
Oh my god.
Just a few jumps onto Zekin, but he still gets 1.
Wow.
Okay, Stinger does.
Stinger is looking
damage, but it's not
strong.
going to be enough. Narrate gets that
Zekin
final
has ult
kill
again?
here, and Sentinels
He
are
does have ult.
moving through the defensive
He does indeed have ult.
protocols of C9 like butter here. Just dismiss and gone. They were so ready for that on 3 different levels to fight that too.
And a similar story again to Ascent.
Good job.
Going into round number 5, Zekin.
What?
Passively.
Zekin already has another dimensional drift to work with, and now Cloud9 pulls a timeout. The first one here of the second map, trying to work around what we saw before we headed into the replays. Ults available on their side of the defense, and knowing that Zekin has his dimensional drift available, I wonder if they want to try to get some sort of play to get behind and fight behind the dimensional drift that Zekin is going to try to utilize to get information. Because that was something that on that first map that Bang did very well against that.
Nah, Tarek got his editor in a cage. How he uploaded the 100 Thieves match already. He's eating good though in there. He's eating good. Ace, you here? Fun fact, I've had the same editor for like 10 years.
Zeppo will meet him in the dimensional
Maybe not
drift.
10 years, but a very long time.
And then separate. They need to get some kills on those duelists though. Oxy and Zeppa having a little tough time in the first 4 rounds. Again, getting started once we saw it switch on Ascent.
I don't know if he's here though.
Started to ramp up, but they will not have that time or that amount of time here on Pearl.
How much you pay your editor? Wouldn't you like to know? He getting paid, bro.
Out the operator, and I'm sure Emmy sorted out how they may be using these.
We gonna get AC into a union and count your MFer days. What?
Unfortunately, the timer's not moving, chat.
It is not.
Thank you for the 5 gifted, Niha.
Tech
balls on fucking EMEA cursed us.
You are all warriors.
Oh my god.
And viewing at home.
Should I eat the rest of my sandwich?
As we will get through this as soon as possible and update you when we can. It looks like we're gonna get Bang sorted out here on stage.
Yeah.
Wait, Bang is tweaking. Sit down, bro.
Keeping here at the
Ref's like, you gotta sit down, cuz.
Because we just mentioned what would be the plan.
Did he spill?
That Emmy would be calling out here for Cloud9. We didn't have a chance to fully see everything yet in the server in terms of buy, so we'll just wait this for a bit as, yep, that is not the type of drawing we want to see here.
The curse of the sign.
It's a cute drawing.
It is.
It's just a warning I don't like. I don't like tech pauses.
It's an omen. Wait a minute. Wait.
No, actually, it's 2 Astros playing.
That's true.
Oh, no, we can't do these type of tech pauses. Not when you got 2 old dads here on the dads just doing a bunch of dad jokes.
So it looks like they'll get Bang sorted out again on this. Zekin went from
Bro.
6-1 to 10-3 just in that
The
short
Wally,
amount of
thank
time,
you.
which is ridiculous. I do not understand it. And Zalsis as well. We saw him just on the previous round. Something about Zalsis.
What's in the
when
sandwich?
Levi's came out,
I don't know, bro.
unlocked another level in him. Even saying he loves the kit, loves
Hey,
the situation he can get
whose
himself
watch is
in
that?
and out of with that agent. And it really has been a shiner for him whenever he can use that in an anchoring position. Very quick to come out with a few kills. And we just saw the last clutch as well between him and Zekin.
But it has been a great series so far for sure. When you're looking back at what Imi was just talking about during the interview with Liz before we got into the second half.
D. Cohen?
What's going on here?
They dropped the sign.
Oh,
to
no.
the floor with you.
I dropped the sign.
Stop it. Oh,
Anyways.
they're in the stage.
The fuck is happening?
Yeah, we're fixing it out. But that said,
That's where the game is played.
Just to go back to what Imi was talking about with Liz earlier on too, when he reflected on what happened on that first map of Ascent, there's been small mistakes that we just mentioned when we were casting that rendered very costly. Some small individual mistakes, but also the call to go for a force buy. I think it was like a 10-4 scoreline or something like that. So we had a couple of stinger buys. They had to force buy for 2 or 3 rounds in a row to finally get the ball rolling. I think after this timeout, it's just to make sure that they maintain their calm as well on the side of C9 so that they could just focus on the game and not
That guy
worry
has
about
no
the
idea how to
4-0
fix
lead
it.
that Sentinel's already built.
Kaplan's
That's
tweaking.
right. All right, let's see
Look
what
at
they
Kaplan,
can do.
bro.
Cap looks a little stressed here before the
Kaplan looks like he's like
Kaplan, delivers the strats for Sentinel.
I don't even know.
We ask him to help strategize your evening with some recommendations on what to watch. It's time for show and tell.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Kaplan here. So today we're gonna do a little show and tell. I'm a really big movie guy, one of my favorite hobbies outside of Valorant and esports. So I brought some stuff in that I'm gonna be showing you guys to kind of tell you about what movies I love and what movies I think you should check out. First thing I've got here is a book about my favorite director, Satoshi Kon. This book's called Satoshi Kon.
You guys know this or not?
Satoshi Kon's awesome. He's an anime movie director. He was an anime movie director. This guy and his movies are always sitting there at the top. They're always the movies I come back to. A lot of the movies that people know and love, like Inception, are actually totally inspired. Even shots are just exactly copied from this guy's movies. So some favorites that I recommend people check out would be Paprika or Perfect Blue. So this book, Stories of Your Life by Ted Chiang, it's a short story book. This guy wrote a story called Stories of Your Life, which is the short story that inspired the movie Arrival. It's really cool to not only enjoy the movie, but to check out what inspired
Chad loves it. I don't know these
It makes
things.
it a lot more fun to watch a movie over a second time. One of my favorite shows of all time is Cowboy Bebop. And right here, I bought this for myself. It's just a cool little watch. It's a little Cowboy Bebop watch. The interior is kind of inspired by the dashboard of the Swordfish, which is the ship that main character Spike flies in Cowboy Bebop. And it's just kind of fun to have a little item that represents my love for my favorite show. So yeah, my top movies of all time, it's a really hard question. I would put at number 1, Place Beyond the Pines by Derek Cianfrance. It's just an incredible movie. It captures kind of that New England atmosphere, which is where I grew up. At number 2, Paprika, which is by Satoshi Kon. It's all about mixing kind of dream and reality and your memories. For 3, I would say would be Arrival, which is by Denis Villeneuve. The character can actually see into the future and how it would affect how you live the past out, or maybe how you wouldn't change anything even though you know the outcome of something. That's my top 3, all very related to kind of like time and memory, and I encourage people to kind of watch them all, and it'll make you really think about those themes. Thank you very much for tuning into my show and tell. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it inspires you to check out some of the movies I recommended, or just kind of learn and read more about movies in general.
Well done. That was great.
Well, folks, I managed to steal someone from the crowd. It is Net's mother, Angeli. Give it up for the C9 mom here. Now, you talked. We were talking a bit earlier.
Behave yourselves.
You live in Las Vegas, and you're visiting here. This is your second time visiting here. What is it like coming out here for your son's matches?
Oh my gosh, it is so different from when we watch at home. We always have like watch parties with our family. Right now I'm sitting here, I am so nervous. I just want to like, scream and cry. But yeah, these guys, I am so proud of them just for even making it to playoffs. And I'm just so grateful to C9 for giving Net a chance. So this is wonderful.
W
Now,
Mom,
we've
she's
seen
repping the
Net
C9
kind
Blue
of
as
popping
well.
off, like shouting, saying like, this is us, etc. Is that always been him? Has he always been kind of just like this, like kind of loud, boisterous, kind of like hype man?
Oh yes, yes. He played like lacrosse and football in college, so he's a big sports guy. So he was always like their like team
Bro's
guy,
contemplating his entire life, man.
He is.
Dude, he looks dead.
I don't
He
think
looks
this is happening. What do you
dead.
think he's doing right now?
Net, your mom's here. Wake up. Yeah.
What do you think
Oh
we're talking
my
about? You think
God.
he's like maybe thinking or like meditating?
I think he's praying. Yeah, his grandma's up in heaven watching him and so proud of him, and he's praying to her right now and saying, "Grandma, just bring us over that finish line." Yeah.
What is?
W.
Oh, that's very sweet. But when we have, oh, sorry, I heard someone clapping. When we have, you know, an arena with all of these Cloud9 fans. You said you watch at home with your family members, but what is it like being with the fans who come here for your son?
Oh my God. I love you guys so much. Thank you. Although there's a lot of Sentinels fans out here, but we're big fans of Zekin too. So let's go.
Now, one last question, or I have another question for you about, you know, Net becoming a pro esports player. What was that conversation like? Did he come home one day and was like, "Mom,
That's
I
a
have
good
job."
question.
How did that go?
Oh my God. This kid could have done anything. He could have been in like the orchestra. He could have played lacrosse in college, and he chose Valorant. So it's like, I was like, you know, whatever makes you happy, kid, but let's go. Yeah.
Now, one last question. When he
Damn.
sees this and he realizes he has missed everything, and he's like gotten lower, guys, by the way. What would you like to leave a message for him? What would you like to say?
Kid, I am so proud of you, and just keep doing you, and I love you so much, and you got all of us behind you, your whole family. So let's get this. Let's close this out, C9.
Let's close this out, C9.
Aw, it's so good. It's so good. That's like, what the hell is going on the stage, bro? Dude, he looks like he's in despair, man.
At least we know that the
oh my God.
noise canceling headphones work pretty well, as we
It's
do
like
have
polar
Nick Farmer trying to wake him
opposite.
up, but unfortunately, he still has
It's
to
so
sit
polar
back and relax and
opposite.
wait until we could continue on in this match. Unfortunately, we're trying to get the.
No, this tech pause
the
kind of
fix going
sucks,
through, but it
man.
might take
No,
a
Wally,
little
thank you
bit
for the
more,
5
but I
gifted
do love at
again.
least for the fact that you do have somebody that has been played a lot of college sports.
Seems like
going into
there's
some
a
very
mouse
competitive games.
issue?
We mentioned basketball and lacrosse, but now going and choose Valorant, for me, as a dad, kind of like it. Supporting my kid to try to see what he wants to do in the future. I mean, if he wants to do esports, that's good competition, right? There's teamwork, communication, strats. You got to be disciplined to play your games. But so far, it's been a very good match. Sentinels currently in the lead 4-0 versus Cloud9 in the second
Damn.
map. A lot of stuff to be done here.
You think it's a network issue because they were replacing an Ethernet cable? Oh, it's a network issue? This could be bad, bro.
Those joining us right now, the state of the game is still Sentinels with
We don't
Zekin
know,
at the
but
top. With that said, though, looks like we still have to wait a bit before we could fix things forward. So let's check out Cloud9's Mitch and Oxy and how they could read the competition. But they can they read each other? We put the duo to the test.
Fuck!
Hey guys, it's Mitch from Cloud9 here with Oxy, and today we're gonna be playing
Let's
Where's
see
the
what this
Lie?
is. Did I see this already? Oh, we watched this one, dude. All right, what do you guys got, bro? We already saw this one, bro.
First one, my favorite animal is a lion.
Will this be you in the future, Tarek? Gonna show this clip to my teammates every time. If a 69-year-old can clutch like this, what's their excuse for doing absolutely shit? What the fuck? Stop saying Tarek in 50 years. Is he gonna ult? What's the play? Drone? Oh, he Phoenix ulted. Let him run by you? Bro has more kills this round than Oxy. He's all business, dude. That's hilarious. He's all business, bro. He didn't even say anything. Snipers, APAC's first senior Valorant team. Average member age of 67. The eldest among them is 75. Is this both their teams? They compete in different esports like Apex Legends and Fortnite. What the fuck is going on out here?
ラッシュだ。うわ、これラッシュだな。すごいな。
スパイクを設置。残り1名。
ナイスナイスナイスナイス、めっちゃナイス。
ナイス。
めっちゃナイス、めっちゃナイス。
めっちゃない、めっちゃない。
ナイス。
いるいるいる、右側。
残り1名。
解除できる。
解除する。
メイン。
はい。
おお、
ナイス。ナイス。
おお。
ナイスナイスナイス。うまいみんな。
おお。
うまいな。
I would actually be down to play with them, unironically.
おしゃぶり手屋さん、ヒロブーさんナイスカバー。上
上か。
フィンフラックスさん、命令を教えてください。リバソール2、ホール2。
やったぞ。まだ使えない。
お、いきたるま。
アラブルゴリラさん、う
お、
残り1名。
チャージ不足だ。
レクサプロさん、
いくよ。
ナイス。ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
岸田文臣さん、うま、わら、おしゃぶり手屋さん、ナイス。
ありがとうございます。Silver, gold one.
It's going to be a tight battle, particularly in the 93.
That's why I say I'm one of the hardest niggas in Madden. I have one of the most.
Oh, long break.
You ever finished a guy off to the body like that with shots like that? And
No problem. If you don't come, if you don't come, If you come in a minute, you come in a minute. If you come in an hour, come in an hour. I'll be there, man. Nigga, what?
All right, no joke. If this guy hits me, I'm gonna ignore him for a little bit because that was enough shanks for me for a while. I mean, don't tell him. This is shameless behavior. I'm not gonna lie.
You ready?
And they didn't believe in us, Trevor! They didn't believe in us, bro!
Nah, I can't. He's too loud. This is a classic.
Nice entry. Where? Oh my god, he had a second headshot. Chicken coop still! It's chicken coop. No! You went by yourself. Please, chicken coop. Chicken coop! Chicken fucking coop! Toots, where do you play? Have you ever played this map before? Please don't ever play this map again.
Why is it on your list if you don't know? We're yelling where he is. How do you still not know? What's wrong with you, man?
Oh, fuck me.
Wait, and.
So boring.
Oh, okay.
I missed two. I missed two. Don't worry. I missed two.
I gotta pee.
C9, and this is my show and tell. Double bass is essentially a string instrument. It's the biggest one possible in an orchestra, and there's a very few amount of them, and their whole job is to just keep the pace and stay nice and steady so the whole orchestra can play together. And I would say it's, funnily enough, my job is similar to that on this team, that I just make sure that everyone's feeling good and we're always playing together. I got into double bass originally because my mom wanted me to play an instrument in middle school, and I was like very opposed to it at first, but eventually I was like, I want to try the coolest one, and then I ended up just liking it, and honestly wasn't too great, but I got to perform at Disneyland and we got to play all the songs, and I also got to play at various concerts around the country, so it was a lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun learning about me and the double bass, and I hope to see you guys next time. Thank you.
There's a time limit on how long we can
Yeah.
Everything is out the
What's
window.
happening? Sean, your dad is had enough. You see him?
Where is he? Is he getting?
He's out of here. He's about to come on stage.
Bro,
He's out of here, bro.
Dad, I need some help. Fix this for me.
Carlos.
We just got baited so hard.
Now that's good news.
That is good news.
That's good news.
We're starting?
That's fine. That's fine. It's better to have the game ready than us
It
film.
all worked out. We'll just stay here for a sec. We'll wait.
I think that'll work.
What is happening?
What do they have now? Saw Imi using all the strategies. I'm sure Kaplan is probably squeezing.
What happened in the
Hubert
Pistons
now.
game? Are they fighting
Yeah,
again?
ruining life out of it. And I think we're about to go in.
Oh, we're
ladies
going
and
in, we're going in,
gentlemen.
we're going in.
We are
Everyone wake
about
up.
to have the play button pressed. And we are now back on to Pearl. Sentinels still 4-0. I'm sure C9 wishes that had changed, but it is not going to. That is a heck of a lead so far. Remember, those ultimates are ready. We're just coming out of a C9 timeout.
Who's next? So the game plan has to be there. Immediate dimensional drift coming out from Zekin.
Okay,
We're
let's
not
go.
playing forward as we're trying to see if C9 was going to use that strategy.
Oxy?
But it's Oxy.
I don't let Oxy wins! No way, Oxy's so ready for it. He says, yeah, done that a bunch of
Wait,
times
what?
myself. Zep is able to trade one back, and now Sentinels falling left and right. Oxy's not stopped by the vines, but the Steel Garden is going to take away the arsenal. It's left up to the Classics.
Wow.
Celsius is going to come firing through. They know they need to reposition
He's going
and get
A.
themselves to safety, and it
He's
looks like
going
he's
A.
turning tail to head to the other site and calls for John Cutie to follow.
That was so good by Oxy to kick things off.
Back to B.
Staying alive towards that back and drop.
Are we going B or
was
A?
everything to allow C9 to come back within this game. Look at him avoid all of that utility that was thrown towards that back of the site and still runs through Zelsis' razor vines to get a pick. But now we
Wait,
go
it's
into the
working.
mid-round.
They're going back
John
B.
Cutie's still alive. He's calling
The
for
double
pivot.
back.
The silent stop and go back into this B site, and C9 gave that up. There's an opportunity now.
Don't put the Joe Rogan emo for that, bro.
Salvos up to maybe turn it.
This guy said, oh.
Back in the hands, back in the lead for Sentinel.
And the way this played out, C9 could string a few
Don't
rounds
put the Joe
together if this
Rogan
goes
emo for
clean.
that, please, man.
Coming up, Oxy coming up in one pip. See, Mitch already has his so much to be
The
used
double
here.
back.
And now they'll close in his 3. Dimensional drift actually comes out right away for Zeppa.
They're avoiding all of it.
They have tail
Now
rockets?
letting himself getting spotted on the top is huge here for Zelsis. But they raid the push towards the street.
Oh.
Quick flick on the 25
Let's try.
HP. Oxy's
They
gonna
tried
get
fighting the
third
first
one for the
guy.
round, put Bladestorm
Let's try.
online. and
Let's
give
got
that
the
over.
overwhelts out.
Yeah, they're gonna wait. Grab that, give it over to somebody who needs it like Vic. And they'll get another one online too. So Cloud9, after what was their timeout and a bit of extended time, they do get it around in their favor. And Oxy's operator is gonna be online.
That was 2 big ults being utilized by C9 as well, though,
Yeah.
to salvage this round. Thankfully, on net in terms of the information he's able to grab with the girl theft. But look at that push. Not afraid of losing HP.
Well, smart. You got to play exactly how your opponent expects you not to. And Oxy playing inside.
All right, 4-1. Come on, people.
To know what they were thinking. And
they
get
iced
those
us, huh?
Pushes. Stuff you love to see, and he's finally turning online here.
How long was the tech pause? Probably like 25 minutes.
Ults are still available that are pretty good for Cloud9. The Hunter's here for Mitch. Sentinel's not opting to go for any orb control at the beginning, as you do have Nerid being 1 away from the Nightfall and Bang from the Cosmic Divine.
Oh!
Easy. They have the 2-2 pinch on this from Street. And over towards lobby control, or A main control already here. So Sentinels is doing some good work to get themselves in between and possibly behind the defense.
And they're just stomping through to break that trip, so they have that confidence, knowing again that C9 likes to play towards the extremities because of these trips, informational trips being set up here by Net. So look at the chaos that they actually create now. How much space is being given out? They have to watch their backs. Now they lose full control of middle, which gives a chance here for Sentinels to really try to smother any type of stack that's happening towards Cloud9. And they're about to pinch towards the A site where maybe Zeppa has a TP out, and that's going to leave Vic alone.
Vic's ready to be seen, but just one. He tried to take it out before it got all the way to Oxy, so they can still throw a bit of a fake into this. Almost a line.
No way.
Zeppa's able to come back and trade out the damage, though. Very low health, and he goes down to the hands of Narrate. As Mitch from just on the other side is able to tag in some damage. 3v3 as Sentinel.
Dang, I'm not sure why should he use it.
Mitch size full util as well. Starts with the recon to get a ping.
Oh, that little duck after he hit the shot. Oxy's gonna come flying through with the blade storms. They do find it. John Cootie in A main. And it's a main fragger in Oxy. He's
I gotta stop that, sorry.
Another one for the team, and Mitch gets that defuse.
Looks like C9 is able to refocus.
I hope you're not on speaker. If you are on speaker, to anyone that just heard that, I'm sorry. It's me. I'm a Twitch streamer. I promise you're not listening to anything ridiculous. It's me. I'm streaming on Twitch. Nothing crazy is happening. I just got excited. Sorry.
Or two, rather.
Nice, guys. Let's go, baby.
I'm on speakers. Neighbors probably think I'm a Giga Gooner. I mean, not a bad title to have.
The team will have them. Like, nobody can trade those angles, but they can
Is
trade
it?
the
Like,
chaos
realistically?
that Oxy creates there. So, very much behind each other on those plays where he's flying through and up over top.
It's a very passive camera all the way towards the bottom of the streets. It spots 3 players and Sentinels. They want to pivot very quickly on a split towards this B site. There are 2 good trips being set up by Net, so he's going to try to utilize here any smokes that's being thrown on the attack to go for kill trips.
Yeah. Okay, wait, what am I doing? I did it again. Fuck. I mean, that's my natural reaction to that.
Those low buys around the bigger weapons. Ooh, a vine kill onto Mitch. Nicely placed by Zelsis. Still have control of the site, and this is getting a little awkward.
Use your words, Tarek.
Net can grab one, but it looks like Sentinels
Save.
come through hard
Nice.
enough to make this round theirs.
My mom just came in. I alt-tabbed to corn since it's easier to explain. Smart.
To about 50 HP. Of course, he's got a regen shield with the HP remaining, but man, that was looking pretty close here for C9 to be able to get some success out of those trip kills. But lots of utility coming through for Sentinels on the execution towards that site. The Razor Vines, the Salvos, they couldn't really find good positions to play around.
All right, buddy, you're off the TV. Gonna go to the PC now. You're trolling for sure.
All over in this current round to open up this B site. At least Oxy still has the op moving into the next round. Vic still has the Cosmic Divine for the retake. Now trying to play aggressively in these corners towards that right side, or the right side here of this B site.
I'm saying is speed is the name of the game now. If you know Oxy has that, Oxy has that operator, are you just trying to get behind and in front or close to it really fast? So Oxy's kind of deleted on those long-range, hard angle shots. See, he had to save the operator that time as Sentinels just fly into B. And it looks like they love covering this side of the map, at least to start here.
And a small change, again, because we just talked about how Sentinels likes to be fairly aggressive. W push down towards Arc to break trips. Now they're going to try to leverage Oxy with the operator, try to get a pick towards middle.
That's such a scary spot. They can flood into Art so fast, but he does have the help there from Mitch. A little bit of a street fight here going on. That's going to win that one. Does he have assistance from the team as they start going back and forth in the alley? Narrate trades it back here as they slowly move down and start to execute on B.
Unfortunately, he can hold it well enough here towards the street to funnel him back towards the up of Oxy. So Sentinels now could creep up and split towards his B site. Hesitating a little bit here, just trying to find the information where the players of C9 are.
They avoid
Nice.
this Armageddon, which is nice, but they can't avoid Bang.
Nice.
One through. John Cutie's going to be able to get the trade, and they swing in. Mostly through streets and that few from long still. Even if the off was there, it
Nope.
looks like they can circumvent it with their pathing. Oh dear. Mitch, a little bit of a hot foot, has to move out of that situation here. The operator very close to going down in this situation. Economy is still there for another buy come in. No, it's not for C9. They need to come up big on this round. Oxy switches out. Sentinel's trying to hold it near ring one. Celsius versus Oxy now. Possibility of getting half, but he's going to go for the fight.
Nice. Celsius is good for it, brother. Damn, bro. What is Celsius? What is Celsius doing up there? He threw up some gang signs. What was that?
From Ascent over the Pearl.
What did he just do? He just put us like pointed at his watch?
C9 almost converting Amanda's advantage on a retake.
He said wrap it up?
So nice on the positioning from Celsius. The patience that he comes across. Doesn't want to push forward even if the spike's being tapped.
Timeout. Take a timeout. He's saying take a timeout. He's saying take a timeout.
Before the 7-second defuse comes through.
Oh, and this guy.
Cool.
It's actually good, bro.
Reaching out, we got Bulldogs, did have a
free group.
Operator, Phantom. C9 needs to be able to back each other up on this one so they don't all fall to the wayside. That was a very big win for Sentinels to make it a 4-round gap. And already into already messing with this utility. They are making C9 sweat on these rounds. C9 doesn't really get to play the round the way they want right away.
Such good calls from
Oh, no.
He's trying to get some leverage out of this operator. Util to push him away right into the crosshair of another. Yeah, it looks like they have to take fights everywhere across the map here for
That Bang's
Cloud9,
dad,
so
did you just say Bang? Did Bang's dad just yell Bang?
Sticking those players that has no util to help them with, so they're leaning towards an ace-line stack.
And this is a spike down for Sentinels. They're reading that they can get all the fights they want before they even have to take the site, as C9 is kind of in a position where they're hungry. They want to be first, so they're putting themselves in these dangerous one-and-dones, and they're always traded by Sentinels.
Pathing looked pretty good though for Zeppa. Just unfortunate that he couldn't get a double kill after net. Got fully flashed by the double swing towards the B site. And Sentinels, every time they finish towards B, so far in these executions, they're always up on the 4 versus 2, 3 versus 2.
That's a great point. When's the last time we really saw them go A? When they did, they got crossfired by C9.
Not only that, but C9 can't really find a way to really stop this early push or the mid-rounding from Sentinels working from this mid-control that they have back into the B site. It doesn't even matter if C9's trying to rotate Net's utility towards his B site.
This chat is ridiculous.
They're just thwarting down any type of setups that Cloud9's currently doing. They were so good on the defensive side of Ascent. Has trouble finding solutions here on the map of Pearl.
And now
you guys are entertaining for sure.
2 here as Sentinels are looking quite unstoppable on their selection of Pearl, and we know why they pick it. They look clean. Their defense and attack side are clean.
Wow.
And already
He dodged his bullet.
Lighten up this round to get the operator off the map.
I found him.
I have died, and he is right here. Okay, so this becomes the C9. Keep inching in when we can in that economy. Look at all the regen shields just to have shields and get in this round.
Signature buys for Cloud9.
Yeah.
Kill trip towards the front of the site. He has trips as well towards the A side, so they're trying to leverage Net here to anchor as much as he could.
Ooh. They turn into it. Attacks from A main as well on multiple fronts here. They're trying to figure out what they can look at and what is actually the problem. And Second is the only one in here, and he's already getting a ton of information for the team before the take.
Got hit by the tripper recon. Didn't get wallbang.
Oh my god, everyone's blind.
He's been close. Mitch, health going up a little bit there.
Shoot!
Oh, they know the flank.
And they're looking. It has reset. Narrate turns away at just the last moment, though, and this could be the line for Oxy to get the first shot on. He misses. Zekin's able to take down Zeppa in sight. Oh, it's just too much.
They know he's there.
C9 are overwhelmed. They move forward too quick and really are kind of deleting C9's opportunities back into the site.
Clinical! Clinical!
Just looking at the macro out for Sentinels on the attack side. The condition that they have, always working towards middle, pushing Oxio in, and suddenly in the previous round, working towards the extremities, and C9 weren't ready for that one when the dimensional drift came through, noticing their flame anchored within the site, trying to play around kill trips once again.
And that was what, like 3 conditioned rounds towards B?
Exactly.
And then they finally go.
What happens, brother? What happens?
It's a similar storyline as Ascent. Just back and forth we went, even if Sentinels won the bonus. Cloud9 found ways to like catch up for a bit into a 4-2 scoreline, but then it could potentially now be a 9-3, 10-2 half for Sentinels going into the second half. But thankfully, Zeppa, gets the first blood with the Sheriff buy that C9 has in the back.
Okay.
Clean shots.
I mean, this is what it takes right now for Cloud9. The low buys trying to get under the skin of Sentinels here. I mean, you're not going to get this every round, so they better use the advantage they have coming out of this one immediately. Still, we've seen the 2v4, and it's not even guns for C9 this time.
Crosshair placement could be good again.
Last player standing.
Can Vic finish it off? Bang goes for another one, an ace on the board all by himself here. Zeppa and Net are left. Has to deal with the flashes. And the uplink shows exactly where he is.
That's huge, though. Not getting spammed after
Durga?
the hat came through, and he survives. Now he can play around the map.
He's got
Keep
one
C9
star.
guessing.
Without it pulling them in.
At least weapons got picked up now. 2 rifles on the side of C9.
Bang.
Oh! Oh! Come on, bro! 2 aces in 1 half. Nah.
Remember to keep
Nah.
power. Hashtag unlock your ace and get those gift cards and goodies. $100 of each in merchandise.
Wow.
My God, these guys are delivering the game and to the fans today.
Sentinels fans definitely are getting some goodies so far from highlight reels coming out from these players across the board.
Damn.
Mentioning clutches out from Zelsis. Aces on this first map or second map.
Damn.
First, then now on to Bang.
Yeah.
Nary doesn't even have a chance to play
Oh
the
my
game.
God.
Everybody's just getting his kills. But now 9-2 scoreline, last one of the half. Op is back in the hands of Oxy, and again, still trying to find an answer for Cloud9. Back into the double duelist, trying to play some sort of high-low. Back towards Art, trying to stop the push here from Sentinels, who are staying all the way back towards spawn in the very beginning.
Man, I don't know what it is. Whoever C9 is playing, they got that playoff plot armor, man. It's just these rounds, it look like C9 will come back. Some other aura just stops it from happening. And now Sentinels, like you said, look like they grabbed the 10-2. Especially after they identify the op. They've been able to move around Oxy so well in these games so far. And not really allow him that pop-off moment.
Well, they already used Narrate to throw some prowlers.
What is this?
First,
We got Fade on A?
Into the B side. So Sentinels looks like they really want to try to hit this first and leverage here. Narrate on the backstab if they can.
30 seconds left.
All right, Steel Garden pushes just out of sight. Armageddon actually takes the right side of Steel Garden that's available.
Oh.
And where they might be able to exit. Oh my God, Bang just going for the full drive-by. Zeppa's gonna punish that. Zeppa's gonna punish that. The 3K coming in, the spike is down, and it looks like we'll get a repeat of Ascent, a 9-3 first half, unless we see the world
what's up, guys?
from Narrate.
You want to Narrate to get some
That's
action,
right.
but there's no time left to pick up Spike to plant. Zeppa goes nuclear in the last round of the half to salvage the round for Cloud9 and to bring it back to the 9-3
9-3
curse and see if C9 can bring
again
us back here in the second half. But man, was it aggressive coming out. They
Zeppa popped off.
The rotate over towards the B side to gamble correctly here for C9 to just over-rotate and win those fights.
History repeats itself for that first half scoreline, but can C9 write a different ending and bring us to a map 3? We'll find out after the break.
Damn, bruh. God damn, bruh. We really are getting a little bit of it all. Fuck, I don't know what to listen to.
this pistol round if they want to stay in.
And it hasn't been looking good.
Did I see the Oblivion remake? I saw the Oblivion remake. Yeah, it's just insane, bro.
They had such a good
I'm hella excited for that.
Start against Furia. It was basically 11-1 on their defense.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I have no idea what that is. What am I talking about?
Now no answers at all with whatever Sentinels are throwing round after round. And even when they did, you have one player just stepping up to a plate in Zekin and Bang. Pulling up aces.
Let's see if Kaplan has pulled it out of the guys when they're going for the end of the game, that they don't let up any, that they go for that finish, that they find the win that he was talking
Elder
about.
Scrolls 4? The fuck's an Elder Scroll, bro? You mean Elden Ring? Elder Scroll. What the nerd?
Definitely take advantage if they get the chance. We'll see their first strat poking a little bit towards the B side of the map.
Yeah, already Zeppa's down to low HP. And at the very beginning, we're just trying to see if Zelsis has anything set up towards this B site. Unfortunately, it's being set up here towards A. The triple push coming out here from Sentinels 2. So right now for C9, they feel like they have an open site and it's easy, but they have a pinch on both ends here.
What's happening here?
If C9 doesn't flip the map to work back towards the spawn, they might be in for a rude awakening.
Yeah, I like this. How many teams are confident enough to push through that spawn ramp? So they're going to have everybody in sight now coming from the back, and they're going up the street side. They know they need to push C9.
Big second kill, John.
Are ready.
How has he done that?
But
Stick
being
it.
able to get those kills, and he does have a star to work with. That's going to be huge, at least to delay the start, allowing Net to get the pick.
Huge kill from Nat. They're going to try to get hit on the spike. Zekin takes one down. Vic is there. Bang, trying to figure out which side he can get on to get
Nice
the
try.
shot.
I like what he was going for.
From last half. Cloud9 get the pistol and start off strong enough to keep it going.
And that was a gamble coming out from Cloud9. The trip being activated towards that flank from Net. When you saw that Zekin crossed over, they said, okay, well, let's just try to push towards the street instead of towards the spawn. They still had a 3 versus 2 towards the street to win over the fights here for Cloud9, and that's what they needed there. It pays off for them to push out towards the street. They rated perfectly towards the end. And they have a chance to fight back. 2 rifles, one in the hand of Oxy and one in the hands of Mitch. Grouped up together once again.
Yeah. They'll definitely have to protect these rifles. A full
Ooh, it looks like we picked the wrong side.
Sentinels predicting towards B, so this should be a nice round for C9 here. If they can find any of the extra kills, get them on Oxy. I wonder if they give him a stinger to go far. Sorry, it's already on Zeppa, rather.
Yeah.
Zeppa to go farm and get some more orbs here once they get the spike planted.
One enemy remaining.
Still nice control. Oh my god, they salvoed each other. Amazing. They know there's no point waiting for spike. No map to jump off. So bring in the salvos.
And not even a chance here to...
I saw the EU clip today.
I'm sure somebody just hit the tab. They're like, okay, somebody picked up an orb. That means they're gonna move towards the A site, and then you just salvo each other. I think that's very smart.
Wait, does that count?
Okay, we got our 3rd player with an ace.
Does that count?
Your ace, I guess.
What if you get an ace from all 5 on a team? The ace. Oh my god, the roster ace.
But again, still a smart call here from John Cutie. You don't even allow the extra 300 credits.
No. Mr. Mango, you're a fucking troll, bro.
On top of that, no orbs to be picked up on the plant.
This guy named Mr. Mango in the chat, he only spams these guys are a pro CAC W. He waits for the moment to do it and he does it. He only spams these guys are a pro CAC W. He only waits for that specific moment and he only spams that.
This focus towards mid and towards A becomes that much more serious here for Sentinels, and Cloud9 is now forced to walk through this gauntlet of defense that's staring right at their position.
Good flash.
Zelsa still finds Oxy on top of the box. They slowly move into this one. They still have Zeppa coming on the outside of this to play a little trickery in the late part of the round. But I think C9 are a little bit in the middle now, and not just on the map.
Drone is down. On a drone spotted 2. Here comes a repinch back from Bang.
Wow.
Oof. Traded. A little 1-for-1. Mitch with the swing, but actually Vic was looking the other way. They did not have that timed out.
Oh.
Almost reach it. The 6th sense.
Vic 1v2.
Trade
Good trade.
Perfect.
It's Vic's chance. 26 seconds left, not a lot of time on the clock, so it's going to be a pressure plant once he does get there.
Wait, he's got a read.
He chooses correctly.
He's got a good
Guardian
read.
Angel's watching out for him.
And he knows he has to hurry up. A couple of seconds ago, maybe 10 seconds ago, salvos are being used by John Cutie, so he knows he has to move.
He has
in
a lot of time,
right away.
too.
If not, John Cutie gets in range, stops the plant, and they win off time. Now still with 4 stars to work with on the side of Vic. Salvo's back up on the side of John Cutie. Zekin has drone with the decoy. And you're going to play the good old Pearl map. Long range all the way up towards the top of the B side.
It's going to take a long time to get there if we walk.
And the more that you walk it down here for
Yeah, I don't know.
the more chances Vic has to be able to win this round.
Here's the util. Brought in. It actually just takes him off. I thought I might have gotten it for a second. Oh, he hides it.
Wow.
Not enough time. They checked.
I didn't know the time was that low.
It's a
Fuck.
Red Bull clutch coming in for Vic. A huge play there from the controller.
Do you see what are they doing?
And that was a key.
He wasn't there, right?
Crabwell being thrown out by Vic. You were so close to getting it to halfway.
Jeez.
But to get him right off the defuse at that point, you have to go back for a full 7-second stick, so somebody has to stay onto that spike.
Is that a joke? Is that a joke?
The fuck?
He almost got punished though because his
Let's
target
go,
selection
bro.
wasn't going to be on the one that was.
Yeah.
It was on the one that was defusing. So if somebody was looking back up on the top instead of looking towards the back of the site, and that could have been a different story. But thankfully though, he was able to escape narrowly at 6 HP remaining. And you mentioned it. Kaplan during an interview with Liz was mentioning on that first map, well, we had a good lead. We can't let up. We can't let them come back. So with that clutch, I mean, they've been flawless so far in the second half with 3 rounds in a row. And as soon as you have, flawless for C9 for 3 rounds in a row.
Right.
You want to make sure here for Sentinel's side that doesn't continue to snowball up.
Calm, cool, and collected.
So much more in the Sentinel's arsenal in these previous rounds. Second alt after alt. Able to throw in a lot more power to these situations that they aren't getting here in the first 3 rounds, and we're seeing how much it's stunting them a little bit. The Sentinels, that is, to get those rounds necessary here to catapult them to a game point again so quickly. So only 3 rounds away, and a low buy here for Sen means it should be another one rolling over in the favor of C9, and they bring it that much closer. They pressure that much more, and here have a chance to snuff out a timeout from the side of Sentinels, from what Kaplan had to tell the team.
Right now it's a stack towards this B site for Sentinels with a hero rifle on Zekin. Star is being utilized to try to help out John Cutie to make C9 think that they have a big stack towards. They have flashed through the swing.
Wow.
It's good for Sentinels, but that pivots everybody else here for
John has
Cloud9
rockets
towards
for
this A
planner.
They're going in quick. Smokes go down just for a bit of that back pressure. Oh, the team's able to use these smokes so well too. Oh, Reddit on it.
Nice try. The clone fucked him.
Almost got the kill still though. Oxy's able to help clean that one up on the double swing. The plants come through, and a bit of shock dart damage still lingers on the members of Sentinels from the beginning of the round in Mitch.
2 rifles picked up though. They could fight towards the back of the site.
Whoa, still
He's baiting himself.
Use my body, he says. Can't pick up the kill still. Even trying to give the teammate help on the jump out there. Zelsis and Bang here, not long for this world, is C9 doing a great job of controlling the game.
Jump.
They know they have it, keeping it
Oh,
locked
what?
down and keeping the trades coming. Another round for C9 here as they close that gap.
You still definitely see here that Sentinels are
All good, right, Chad? What's
laser
happening?
beaming their opponents in this eco in that previous round of Cloud9. Hero rifle that was purchased by Zekin still got some value. They dropped 3 weapons on a set of Cloud9 with it. Now that's 4 unanswered rounds for Cloud9 on the second half. Dimensional Drift available for Zeppa, and
Cut that shit
one
out.
of those plays again.
Cut that shit
Trying
out.
to sell this fake towards the A site TP right away to see if there's going to be any aggression from Sentinels up on the top of the pillar.
Next. We moved away from any operator game that these teams have been thinking they can put into the
He
mix.
looked back, he saw him.
Ooh, it's about moving fast and faster with these dimensional drifts already towards the backside. Zeppa's looking to create space. He's just toying with these
What the
members
fuck?
of Sentinels right now, causing them to back up out of sight as they get the last bits of info that they can.
It's good that he was able to look back on the top of that dimensional drift here for Zeppa, because remember, it was a long time ago, but on the attack side, it was missed.
Wait, what? Oh, we don't know.
Attempt to retake for Sentinels.
That feels a little bit awkward. You commit to one wall, and there's just going to be another in your face. Who's going to play the side-to-side better? And it's Sentinels for now. 3v4. C9 looking to pick up a few more kills. John Cutie in a swing towards the backside. A beautiful kill there, and the teamwork that they have set up. And they are not allowing C9 that much ground.
Oh,
Mitch,
he's low.
from Street. Oh, he throws the Armageddon, but he's pushing. Mitch is always pushing, and he takes down John Cutie.
Damn.
Another round for Cloud9.
Nice try, nice try. He got on his feet. Fuck! Wait, it's actually scary now.
The stars for John Cutie that he ran out of bullets in his rifles because he only had a classic to fight back against Mitch, who allows himself to get the pick with the wall bang towards the end.
Damn, I mean, Mitch played fast.
Down to 21 HP. That was so close there. Some good values, good run with that.
Nat is feeling it right now, my man. Holy moly. We'll hear from Nat, but we usually don't see him standing up out of his seat.
That was actually hilarious, bro. I'm honestly down for it.
Sen fans right now in the arena don't want C9 to tie up this game. Cloud9 looking for early information on the top.
What did he say? He said, yeah, Jordan, stand up now, boy. That's what I thought. Is that what he said?
It allows here for Zeppa to start moving up, trying to find where the wall could be set up, and they realize it here. It's actually down towards the street. This is actually a good position here for Cloud9, because they have some great forward position. Zeppa's already in the front of the B long. They could start pitching out towards the street, so I love that we're trying to fight back towards the street, but Oxy could get two here.
Oh my god. Wait, they're actually bringing it back on our ass cheeks, bro. That's a save.
Out from their position. And that's both down for Street. A 9-9 round, looking like we're going to get here out of this. And something happened out of that last Cloud9 timeout that just lit a fuse for them.
Yeah. It almost felt for Sentinels. They were counting too much on the Vice wall from Zelsis that they thought that Cloud9 maybe was baiting that wall instead, and it would have some time. As they snuck around here for Cloud9, they hit around that corner, right at the middle of the street. And it just caught some players off guard and made it easy here for Cloud9 to tie up this game. And the economy is not the best now for Sentinels. They have to go for hero rifles in the next round if they could save these two weapons.
Ben, chill, bro.
The money there just to make sure they could keep it off of top.
Chill, bro.
But that will not be the case. C9 are going to keep quite a few alive on this one. The 3K for Oxy as he brings up the Blade Storm. Mitch has the Hunter's Fury, and Vic will end narrate to make it 9-9 now. Incredible stuff from C9.
Timeout.
I think it's just the moments they're pushing forward. Like you mentioned, this spot from Oxy, they're not expecting people to be that far up. They're not expecting C9 to just be taking this space so willy-nilly, but they are doing it aggressively.
See that shot?
Yeah, they're feeling it. Now timeout for Sentinels.
Yeah, Kaplan's trying to have the conversation here with the
I'm
team.
gonna turn the AC on.
Just talked about the economy situation for the defensive side, losing those two weapons at the A orb. They have to go for some sort of a eco. You'll see once we get into the server. Just maybe a stinger for some, shares maybe for others, but overall you're on the side of Cloud9. They've been doing a great job working around the map on the attack, just like Sentinels did before, but getting much better success out of it with now 6 rounds in a row on their side. Sentinels probably has to find a way to maybe be way more aggressive than they have been in the past, just not only having Zekin alone walking up on the top of these B ramps and TPing away, because the space when you TP out is a space regained by Cloud9. And when they're usually so good with this composition for flood retakes, they just lose, just similarly to Cloud9. A lot of players in the process once Cloud9 gets the plant down.
Wait, Zeppa's standing up now. Why does everyone keep taking turns standing up? Is there, is a tech pause?
Out of here.
What?
I think we will be back with that tech pause quite quick as we see Oxy returning to his seat nice and fast. We appreciate the speed. Thank you for not tripping and falling. And we'll get right back into the action. And yeah, we have the timeout that did just go through. And Kaplan, like you said, feels like they need to sort something out here. That low buy has to go against quite a few.
Wait, where'd Zekin go?
What can they craft?
What are these tech pauses today?
to stop C9. I love the fact that you pointed out what they were using the Zelsis wall, right? Because we talk about this. It's not that Zelsis should pick Cypher, but we're talking about how Net used the Cypher cam plus.
I don't know if you can take a pee break. I don't think that's allowed, is it?
It does seem like that one thing. The wall is being slightly exploited here. So crowd, which capsule? Which one are you picking? Left or right? Which capsule do we want? So Sen said, well, yeah.
What the fuck?
There's a Tarek. All right. What do we got?
Which one do you want?
She's like, what it?
Left, right? Oh, it's with the head.
Sentinels. Okay.
It would be funny if.
I was gonna say, all right.
If we had a Sentinels fan choose a C9 classic. No.
Oh yeah. Stage mirror is the thing.
Exactly.
Oh no!
See, we have to choose the ones that don't have the jerseys.
Yeah,
that's a Sentinels hoodie. That has to be a Sentinels classic right there, right?
Find the Thunder Sticks.
Find the one C9 fan in Mission Impossible.
Oh,
wait. No.
Okay.
Nah.
I was half and half for C9 and Sentinels fans.
What do we got?
Hell
okay.
Yeah,
we started picking back up for C9 fans.
What is this now? 4-2?
Like something.
Oh,
that's easy.
5-2.
Yeah. Hank Hubert on that vote.
Chat, what's been your headshot accuracy now?
Look at Rob lurking in the back. Rob's always watching. Rob's always watching.
Yeah, chat, which one are you supporting? What's it? Oh. Caught in 4K.
Let's go.
They practiced. They know already.
Rob Moore,
Never
good
confused.
job. Good job having Zelsis shield the Sentinels bundle.
Yeah. Oh.
There we go. Okay, so we got a double C9 in that one. Okay.
Got it. Oh.
No!
C9 all day. There you go. They're there. We're fighting them. Oh, of course.
No!
Wait.
That's mom.
Mrs. Net, please.
Sabotage by Net's mom.
Ah!
Of course. Tarek mentioned.
Now I was starting getting red right away. I mean, I feel like if the camera's on me, I probably would.
I would
not
whip
be
it.
able
I would
to-
whip it the first time out of excitement. I'd be like, oh yeah, of course. Or I just put both hands up.
I was
and
gonna
then
say
take
I'd
one
probably
down,
win because I
right?
usually would point both. I purchased like what 24 classics from last year. Now my kid can't eat.
Oh. But the teams are eating good.
Yeah, true.
The same guy.
Good. Oh no. Okay, yeah. You like put the Tarek down faster. It's like C9. Sen. All these Sen voters.
At least while we continue forward with our fans here voting for the best classic.
Yeah.
He's like, get the camera off of me, bro. Sentinels, get the camera off of me, bro.
Yeah, Sen may be winning this, but Cloud9 is winning Pearl right now.
Yeah, exactly.
They're
And
coming back.
They have an opportunity to trade maps.
Wait, what
against each other as
happens?
well. First map Ascent picked by Cloud9.
Yeah, we're gonna go team map beat, right?
Yeah.
We beat your map, you beat our map, and then
It was the same guy from the beginning. That guy voted twice.
go quadruple. It's gonna be better than the Foot BBL game.
If anything, there was a little bit of trouble for Sentinels on the map. Like the series that they lost for the first time, or the only series they lost in Split 1 was actually against Group. And one of those
Vic and
maps was
Aussie
actually
incident?
on
What?
the map
What are you
of
talking
Icebox.
about, bro? You guys are
What does
weird.
Cloud9 usually bring out on this map? Double controller. They played the Harbor, they played the Viper on top of
Sova
that.
Harbor Viper,
Exactly.
yeah.
So it's been a pain point for Sentinels when they had to play against Crew for that one. But I feel personally when I was watching that game, it was not necessarily in terms of the macro, but the micro. They weren't really together for these team fights when they're scaling back towards the map. We're definitely
No, I was
seeing
having
at least
fun
so
on the
far
break.
in this
Fucking let it
series.
keep going.
So it definitely could be a different story if this goes into a third map. But
What's this
speaking
picture?
about that, before we get into the third map, the second map has to finish. And we get a chance now to move back in. Thank you once again, chat, for your patience. And now back here after the timeout from Kaplan.
Oh my
Only the Stingers
God.
small
It's because I don't have
offer
product in my
being
hair,
purchased,
dude.
While the rest here of
Holy
the team are on
fuck.
Sheriffs. Zelsis with a classic, working together, trying to push up towards middle for control. And Zekin might get punished, though, as he's trying to move up here towards the orb.
All 5 here? They're not even leaving anything towards art, which is
I think I have to
actually
stop
pretty good
wearing a
selection because
headset.
they'd be running into a whole swath of people. But yeah, this
I
is
see
a
you differently
very
now?
cautious round. I love that both teams have that inkling that something's going to be going down.
Is the headset bad for my hair? I don't got much left. I need what I have.
Two of those sheriffs are rotating around slowly. As long as Net didn't check that camera.
He hasn't been checking his camera. This is an opportunity now for Sentinels or even for C9. There you go. Okay,
Hello.
now that's information.
And they all start moving forward. They say, okay, no point in going back. We saw one. There could be way more with the confidence of that push. And they're going to slam site knowing that they have numbers. A lot of concuss going down on the backside. Give it a quick shake and you'll be reset here now in the eyes of Mitch as the Hunter's Fury burns across A site. The pings go through. The VIP protection is there. Get down, Mr. President, says Oxy. They protect Vic on the plant.
Wow.
Scenario, both fall to the wayside now. And now it's just the sheriffs to do work as they are found at the end.
They got out of that? Damn.
Even use a dimensional drift. Although tapping the spike, dropping some players would be kind of good here for Sentinels. But it definitely does feel, that it should be a C9 round.
Yeah, this is going to be a very tough pincer.
Wow.
Wait. They let the 1v1s happen. And it's
wow, what? Dude.
Pushing forward, going for the defuse, half from Zekin. They time it correctly. The gun delivery is there too.
How did we win
in
that?
the kitchen sink for Sentinels to pick up that round coming out of the timeout.
How the heck did that happen for Sentinels to turn that around back in their favor?
I think at the last point they had everybody, they feel like the site was safe, so everybody left the site. And there was no one to play off of, there's no contact, everybody's setting up util all at the wrong moment, leaving that window for Sentinels.
It was a window of opportunity at the very beginning when Sentinels were actually closing that gap and closing it to C9. And when the camera saw so much, though, that should have been like, okay, we know exactly where we're at. We should maybe flip the map over towards Art. And they did. But somehow the shots are landing better here for Sentinels in this series, who now finally are able to salvage a round in the second half, get the first run on the defensive side, off a Thrifty to build the economy. This might have been the swing round that they needed. Timeout was supposed to be for this round here for Sentinels to pick it up.
Is this a play?
Yeah, they make the sheriffs work somehow.
Taking that.
Huge style.
Bro, we heard you dash up there, Oxy. You're not slick, buddy.
Just towards A main, trying to get through the window in Art, but they decide to go right through Art with 3, a fourth coming. And it's only going to be Vic on the outside. Sentinels is very ready for this defense with 3 already there.
What? The shorty can get that?
So that Celsius can rotate across. If there's going to be a second wave pushing in by C9, you
no one shot his dog.
The ult from Celsius for them to flood back within.
Waiting for a peek, waiting for any type of push.
They're going B.
Not getting an inch from Sentinels. They may have a bit of a route here from street around the corner, but look
Sentinels
at this.
Realizes?
Set up by Celsius. They've left the util there. The guard looks towards A.
He's going to try to ult to delay this.
What the fuck?
That Zeki gets the value towards the back of the site.
Spike still going down. They're trying to plant it within the firefight here. Zeppa able to
Why do you run back out?
Coming flying out of there. Gets taken down by Zelsis. Oxy's playing the forward motion. He's trying to stop him before they can get to the site here, and it's going to be tough as 4 very healthy members of Sentinels are about to break down the door into B site. All the members of C9 are here. They're not trying to go down long. They're trying to fight it as soon as it happens on the doorstep.
And salvos are back up. Here comes the flood
Oh,
from
nice.
Sentinels.
Oh.
Oxy just between swapping weapons out of the Blade Storm is not going to be enough for him. John Cutie answers as well, and they're going to be able to pin down for that final hit. And the defuse coming through for Sentinels.
Huge game plan for Sentinels off that timeout. It's just to have Zelsis run back and forth to get that ult ready to just help out on that second wave push from Cloud9. Great delays coming through. They had to use both of their ults, though, at least to try to win the round for Sentinels, but you'll definitely take it. Swinging 2 rounds in a row on the defensive side. But what
amazing, really.
Well. Zekin did die at the very beginning, but Zelsis was there to support, to delay, to give a chance here for Sentinels to just
Uh-oh.
fled back.
Uh-oh.
Mimi is not happy with the results out of that one, especially when they had great post plan positioning.
Yeah, they're going to get a timeout out of that. Amy pushing that button right away. And this was, C9 did have a few rounds to their name, if we remember. 6 in a row coming into this half. So they've got some money built up. Not a problem there. This one, however, will be pretty tough and get towards resetting their money. They may have one more broken buy, and that's, after this, going to be game point %. So huge rifle round here coming in as Imi calls the timeout. No ultimates online right now for Cloud9, and they're pretty far from the big ones. So this is going to be all about util, all about structuring the round.
We're gonna Mafia Boss
Getting
emo for
themselves
Emmy.
into the site with
He is
teamwork.
giving Mafia Boss.
That is definitely the silver lining for Cloud9. 6 rounds in a row. They still have Akon to work with, but we just talked about what was going to be the pivotal round for Sentinels. That thrifty that he got in round number 19. C9 wins it, loses this round. You mentioned a broken economy, but that would also put Sentinels at series point.
For sure.
And now out of this timeout,
Okay, let's see.
C9 looks like they want to pivot here towards the A side. But these double stars being set down in the very beginning by Sentinels will not allow for you to really get early orb control, even being denied, as John Cutie picks that up. And that could have been huge there for Zeppa to start, as he's been a win condition here for Cloud9 to at least get good information if he's able to get this dimensional drift.
Crossfires are a little scary. Yeah, Sen starts to back off just a little bit with how far Zekin is up on the other side of the map. They know one of these sites can get hit very hard, so playing the one and dones for Sen is super scary. They are all anchored in sight now on that A side.
And you see how they're playing a lot more passively for Sentinels this time around, with the exception of Zekin. They've been really good playing on the extremities of the map. The salvos from John Cutie are very good to delay.
Yeah.
But also, within the last few rounds, they've had the opportunity to play to their strength in terms of a team to play the flood retakes. And Sentinels has been faltering, trying to defend the post plant.
Straight into sight. Not much util to go with it. Just the default
Wow,
stun.
what a
Smoke
sick
and
eye.
dash. And it's not enough to throw Sentinels for a loop here. Oxy does find himself a weapon and pretty healthy at to boot.
And he gets the Armageddon with that kill too. Beautiful haunt being thrown by Narrate. Now the win con here trying to survive. It's
Good
probably
stall.
not gonna happen. Now you're
15
pushing on
seconds.
once again.
15 seconds.
Off another plant. Celsius is lurking
Timing.
through.
Oh, Celsius.
Oh!
Transfer
Gets
like
the
Shroud.
transfer, and he's able to hold it down to keep the Phantom screaming. And this is going to be
Good
one of the
job.
toughest rounds Vic has faced, and John Cutie will be right there to sit him down. Match and series point for Sentinels.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice.
Because we looked at Cloud9 with the amount of times that they were playing on their attack side, but also investing into half shields often. Being one of the
Nice.
key prominent teams that also plays with a lot of regen shields. They're actually able to muster up potentially a last stand. Another rifle round coming out. Guardian in the hand of Net.
Oh,
Every
yikes.
single round.
Oh,
He's done it every
yike.
round. They just get to figure it out this time.
But C9 hasn't been pushing towards this B
Exactly.
at the top, so they never understood that Zekin was pushing
What?
up. And Zekin's everywhere once again.
What is that?
Wants to clean up this final round already. 2 to his name. They're running away from him towards his team.
Into the vice util.
Bang. Look how safe he's playing too.
What the fuck is C9
They
doing?
have such an
They
upper
gave
hand. You're
up.
not going to take the fights that could get you to go down. Zalsis falls, but there's still so much here for Sen to use to take control of this round. And now the 2v4 from Cloud9 side. Can they produce the same result their opponents did previous in the series?
You definitely want these two players alive here to try to win it for Cloud9, and they do so.
Vic, full health, regen up, and they know where he is for a moment. Peeks to Zekin.
Nice.
Zekin's got it.
I almost changed for a second.
Finalizer, and Sentinels will
Let's
take
go,
down
bro.
Cloud9 in
What a
2
dominant
rounds.
performance. Damn.
Performance by Cloud9.
What?
On ascent.
Come on, bro. What are we talking about here?
Second half, and they still
What are we
managed to pull
talking
this
about,
through
man?
and
2-0,
push
dude.
Cloud9 to the lower brackets where
2-0,
now
baby.
Sentinels still has another chance, another victory that they need to play against G2 to try to qualify
Damn.
to Toronto. But at least in this series, Zekin was such a treat to watch.
That was incredible stuff. We set up the 2 high-octane players of Oxy and Zekin in there. Zekin came out on fire. Really supported from the team behind him. The rest of the squad shooting hot as well. We got the aces in here coming in from Sentinels today. They were on a different level. And when they needed to adapt, Kaplan stepped in, gave him some words of wisdom, and the adaptation was there.
Yeah, and for sure. And when you're looking also at the performances, we've hyped up and saw the
Are we
clutches
tech
from
pause
different players
versions?
like Zelsi,
Bro.
for example, but the aces that came out from
It's not
Fate
our
as
fault
well.
the stage is
But
having
Narrate,
issues, dude.
on an agent like the Fate,
Yeah.
he doesn't have an opportunity to play as aggressive as he does on a solo on
Right,
different
he's
maps. Where
setting you up.
Exactly. 16 assists that he has on that map on Pearl. Being a
W Mama's like in.
for Sentinels to be able to get so many good wall bangs, prevent C9
And
from getting those plants
Grandma's like
in
in,
the final
maybe?
moments of the second half.
Or Auntie second.
And to allow here Sentinels to continue to move forward in the upper brackets of the playoffs of the VCT Americas.
And G2 definitely be looking at this one because they played well. As for Cloud9, they head down to the lower bracket to face Evil Geniuses and plagued by those playoff woes, man. Will they be able to shake it? They still played well and they're showing
Every tech pause changed the tide of the game. Did it actually? I wasn't keeping track of that.
As they had 6-round lead, it seems like it can flip so quick, and that should not be able to happen.
What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing?
They also have had very slow starts.
They have
9-3 halves on the first and on the second one. Something that maybe is a similar story to what C9 was last year when they said they had very slow starts, losing first maps all the time. But you had to play the comeback. You had some hopes.
What the fuck is a Poppy playtime? What is that, an ice cream? What is a Poppy playtime?
Push this into the third round.
And we see Sentinels.
I love that.
It's not going to be their map pool that takes them out, I guess. They're able to kind of stretch it a little bit further here. We still working out that fracture, but Ascent was quite clean, and they showed us that it was no problem, and it's something that's been in the back pocket.
Yeah, especially when
Hear me out after the interview. Hear me out after the interview. Hear me out. Also, didn't I already beat Poppy playtime?
They showed that they could play that one as well.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just aces under the sleeve.
Gotta wonder what else they have. All right, that's it from us.
There's a new one again? They don't stop making games?
With John QT.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. You give it up. You know you want to cheer for him. It is John Cutie, everyone. Now, my first question for you is, you're still the IGL, correct?
Of course.
Why is Bang in the middle?
I don't know, just a vibe change.
A vibe change? Why do you need the vibe change?
I thought we had some struggles on stage, and we thought like maybe changing the sitting order would help. I mean, so far so good.
So far so good. I mean, you clearly took down Cloud9 2-0. Something I want to ask you is, I talked to Kaplan about the question about your map pool. You know, we now have seen your Ascent after over 200 something days of not seeing it. We still have not seen
Thank you for not being there, Tarek.
As the leader of this team, is your map pool something you still want to work on? Is something you're not very concerned about?
Yeah, I think our map pool is great. I think people might think we're not aware of it or like not working hard, but we are working hard and trying to like fix our issues, which was our map pool. And obviously we go like hard every day, trying to improve and try to fix our maps. And you looked at our Ascent, it's great, and yeah.
Ascent tweet is insane.
We're keeping it for a big day.
Let me see.
Big day. Well, that big day could be coming up because you're facing G2. Winner qualifies for Toronto. How are you feeling about that?
I'm feeling great, very excited. Obviously, G2 is the team to beat right now, and I think we're up to
winner of G2 Sen qualified to Toronto.
I want to ask you as a last question is Senbite's
oh,
video
wow.
4 weeks ago.
That is crazy work.
You know, you're from Morocco, Rabat, Morocco.
That is crazy work, bro. No.
Casablanca, thank you. You talk about being homesick. You know, they took you to a Moroccan restaurant. You're 6,000 miles away from home. You don't get to go home too often. What is that like?
Nah.
I mean, it's definitely difficult. I'm like the only import in America, so I'm kind of alone out here. But it's all good. Like at the end of the day, I do what I love, and I have like a very like close family and my teammates and like everyone on Sentinels, and like I have other friends, so it's not too bad. And I feel like I have a lot of weight on my shoulders. Not a lot of Moroccan pro players or like even in the MENA region, so I just try to put on a good face and try to like inspire other people. Yeah.
I think it's safe to say you've inspired so many people, and I think they're all here in the audience. People who adore you, John. Well, thank you so much. Give it up! Come on, give it up for John one more time. And we have match point, friends. Stay tuned.
GG. Honestly, smoke those bums. Honestly, smoke those bums. Can I say that or not? Well, let's see what they're saying.
Foreshadowing into the future, but first, I want to play a little game, right? You guys just got done playing a very stressful, high-stakes match, so let's play something
let's see what they're saying in the Reddit thread as well.
Low-key. Our pros live inside of
Guess the origin.
You guys know this, they mess with agents. They know really
I'm gonna
everything
answer
in and out of
Poppy
the
playtime
game,
in a
but
sec.
We're gonna play guess the origin. Where?
Wait, I think I'm good at this, no?
Where the agent is from.
I feel like this is harder than the series. I'm
You
not
think
gonna
so?
lie. Yeah, for sure.
Well, I mean, Kaplan was talking a pretty big game.
This is kind of easy, no?
Easily.
I'm gonna fail.
Chat, play along.
Perfect. A lot of it's going to be on you, Cap. Let's go ahead and we'll pull up the first one. I'm going to give you an agent, and you guys just have to tell us where it's
Mexico.
from. The very first agent is Reyna.
Nah.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
Why they all look at each other?
Seeing if they got it first.
Oh, okay. That was
Okay, all right, we'll guess first.
All right,
and
sure.
then-
Yeah, that was a disappointing dad
Well,
look
see,
on the
if
first
you're not
one.
confident, you pass it to me every time. I got you.
Wait. Our answers, like, if me and him guess, are not the same percent that he gets.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
he's our final boss.
Yeah, we'll build. Yeah, he's
All
the
right,
safety valve in case things get a little sideways. Can we confirm just for the people at home where Reyna's from? Mexico.
Nice.
Perfect. Well done. You bailed him out because that look that you gave Bang, deer in headlights. You were
Next.
bro. You had nothing. Let's pull up the next one. Astra.
God.
Oh,
Wait,
sorry, I
Viper?
trolled. Not Astra. Viper.
Rush.
Viper.
Russia.
United States.
Yeah?
What?
Oh my god.
Oh.
I know that one.
Wait, why do we both think Russia?
Does she sound Russian to you, the voice lines?
God damn it.
I'm just throwing shit out there.
Nah, I'm done.
Good. I like that guess.
Is it confirmed the U.S.? Nice. Very nicely
Let's go,
done.
guys.
I'll take
You
that.
were
Stay in
crispy
school.
on
Of
that
course,
one.
USA is toxic.
All right, up next, Astra.
Ghana?
I don't know. Astra?
Ghana.
I have no idea. Oh, yeah.
Go on. Say it with your chest.
Ghana? Gonda? Ghana? Gonda?
Gonda.
Ghana?
Saying the G and then bailing him out of Gonda.
Listen, I'm not a geographer guesser guy. You know what I mean?
All right, what about number 4? Cypher.
Morocco, right?
Oh, Morocco, right?
Morocco.
Why do we all see Morocco, right?
I don't know. I don't know.
I know. I mean, I feel like you would know.
Do we let Zelsis sit on this last one by himself for a little bit?
Yeah.
What?
Is it that obvious?
Yeah, just I mean, let him make him sweat a little.
Okay.
You guys have bailed him out of all of
I'm
this.
already sweating.
Sure, let's go.
All right, let's see how he does on the last stage.
Fine.
Harbor.
Harbor?
India. Oh, fuck.
India.
Nah, he read chat.
India?
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 Bro, sweating bullets, dude.
Very nicely
Bro,
done.
sweating
I was
bullets.
a little worried for putting you on the spot, but you delivered.
I was
Yeah.
kinda-
Let's talk about the series that just took place. I want to go all the way back to Ascent. Liz asked you about it, but I'd love to hear what you guys think as well. A map that you guys hadn't shown before, and yeah, you guys likely knew that Cloud9